I forgot to start the YouTube stream. Hi, YouTube. You guys can see the stream now. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the noon stream featuring me, the person that is crusading against all Tekken players. I feel like I'm taking on the system, man. It's it's very silly, but very quickly over the course of I would say the past, maybe not the past week, but the past couple of weeks, I feel like I have completely pivoted to a position where I am like Mr. Reform. I don't know how else to say it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, hello, hi. Let me set up the stream real quick here. Just loading the chat here on my laptop. I almost forgot to change the YouTube chat over to live chat because I've learned that top chat is shit. Okay. Cool. Let me get the green screen set up and everything. I'm also gonna have to set up my webcam because guess what? My computer crashed. Good news. Good news. My RAM is coming on Friday. Thank God. All right. I am going to shut up now unless I see someone in the chat while I set my green screen and everything. So give me a couple minutes here. Hi, Glow. Top 5 Fock Enjoyer crew. Yeah. See, and you know, the thing is, I'm gonna wait until I get the man. But basically, all I have to say is, I told you. People were saying that Fahkumram was bottom 1. Fahkumram was one of the worst characters in the game. I've been sitting here saying since his release, no, he's really strong. And no one believed me. Everyone said I was crazy. I said, you'll see. Give it a couple of months until someone plays him in tournament. You'll see. It's just a repeat of what it was in Tekken 7. People are saying that because no one's playing him in tournament. Just wait until you get some tournament play. And when that happens, boom. All of a sudden, everyone's going to be screaming for nerfs. The fair, honest, linear character. I mean, I had said that what people were talking about with him being weak to sidestep duck is exactly what people said about him in Tekken 7. Exactly the same. It's crazy. But I'm also going to say, not top 5, and don't let one person doing well with him at tournament be the only thing that makes you think that he's top tier. Even though he is. Hi, Venus. I'll appreciate the follow. Thank you. Hello. I had that turned off. I know I only played him in season 5. What? Huh? Alright. Honestly thought I followed you already. I kind of thought so too. All right, we're good. Hello, let me adjust my webcam real quick. Can you, by the way, I just want to point out again, can you believe that this is the default like webcam settings that Logitech not only thinks is good, but then forces on you? Like if you ever change the webcam settings, it's a feature of the webcam. I've said this like 20 times to change the settings back to this. This looks terrible. It's so bad. And they don't just let you keep the settings that are actually good. It continuously like it changes my white balance to 2922. This is 3890, which is the normal white balance. It's insane. It's so bad. Anyway, I really want a new webcam. I don't need one, but I more so want to get a new one. Just because of how goddamn annoying this is every time my computer restarts to have to change these settings back to the normal good settings over and over and over again. It's so aggravating. But anyway, hello. Hi, Lasetto. Mogo picking Fak over Claudio tells us that either he thinks he's super strong or that he knows Low-High knows fuck all about Fak, or both. I honestly think it's knowledge. I think it's that Low-High knows fuck all about Fak because you never see Fak and Ram in tournament ever. No one's gonna be prepared for him. And that's a huge advantage, especially in Tekken 8. Yeah, no one plays them. And I don't think that you, like, anyone has ever played against the Fakam Ramen tournament, which also helps. And he was right. I mean, Mughal didn't know how to fuzzy duck down forward 1. So he couldn't fuzzy duck down forward 1-2 and down forward 1-4. I was thinking about, what's that thumbnail pose? High tax. Her doing down 1+2. That's it. There's nothing else in there. I was thinking about making a video for the main channel that is titled something along the lines of make your defense better than the pros, and go over a bunch of situations that pro players have dealt with in tournament that I've noticed, and how they like don't know the defense to that stuff, and then explaining how to defend against it better than the pros. And one of those things was Fakam if he's down forward 1 and fuzzy ducking it, because it's not very difficult. Hi, Crimson. Hello, welcome in. Also, hi, Shalmini. I've been told my 3 characters have been bottom tier all throughout this game. I'm too bad at the game to care about whether they're perceived to be. I'm just always glad to see them in tournament. Fair enough, yeah. Hi, Devil. I'm here for the crash out. No crash out today. No crash out. I have embraced. I think that's a wonderful idea. Oh, thank you. If by the way, if I'm gonna do that, I need clips. I already have a couple. I have Evo France Oscar, the up forward 1-2 stuff, right? I have the Fakam thing, obviously, like all of the shit with Lidia. But I need more. So if you guys remember any tournaments you've watched where you've noticed opponents like not defending against stuff properly, or like you have things to send me, please do it. That would help me a ton instead of having to shift through tournaments. Just chatting stream for a little bit, and then we're gonna be doing some content today. We got low rank Tekken. We haven't done low rank Tekken in like a month, so we got that. We have we're gonna be watching some pro level gameplay, and then probably one other thing, but I haven't decided yet, so I'll just decide in the moment. Book playing Lidia against John Ding was fire though. I didn't see that. No crash out. Hey, Jimmy, give me the stream with... Okay. Listen. I'm not crashing out today. Because I'm going to, with the game where Oslin and Farzine played Lidia, take a level-headed approach and record it off stream where I call them both fucking idiots. That's my plan. At this point, I have fully embraced this idea that I am the villain. I am going against the status quo. I'm going against the perception of Tekken players. I'm going against all of the pros. I'm fighting against all of them. At this point, my thing, because I'm so fed up with everyone, is making content to show how ridiculous the players are and how shitty their attitude is. And so I'm not crashing out anymore. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to making videos saying that the pros are bad, and I'm going to be providing examples of it. So that's constructive and we learn from it. Like everything else I do. I'm going against the content creators. I'm bringing back learning. I'm bringing back this idea that everyone is bad at the game and we all need to learn. And I'm fighting against this bullshit that players are carried. I'm fighting against the bullshit that you shouldn't lab, that there's no need to lab, that labbing is overrated. And I'm gonna tell you, sit your ass down in the lab and lab this shit out or don't complain. And I'm gonna help with that. But that's what I'm doing. After this past week, after all of the crash outs I've had, after all the frustration, you know what? I've decided that's my purpose now. My purpose has always been helping people learn things, helping people with matchups, helping people learn characters, making guides, etc., in a similar way as Fee. But I'm going off the path that Fee goes, and I'm going to, instead of just trying to help people, also call everyone a goddamn idiot. And when people start saying, oh, there's characters, bro, it doesn't even have to be Lidia. Like, I've been saying this about Asuka, too. Oh, there's characters, fucking stupid, broken, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna sit there, and instead of sitting down and being like, all right, so let's talk about the Asuka counterplay, instead I'm going to say, you're a goddamn idiot, stop complaining. Like a goddamn baby. Etc. Hi, Conradify. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I hope you are too. Thank you. Welcome in. Hello. Highest Lily has ever been. She's pretty consistently mid or low tier up to this point. Yeah, like the entirety of Tekken 7, she peaked at like low mid. Hi, Allie. Hi, Wyatt. I hate Chrome. Yep, I do too. When you write an email, it doesn't default to your actual email. It defaults to this random email that you don't have, but it just gives it to you. So you're not paying attention. You could send something as stupid email instead of your actual email, and you have no clue where it goes to. That sounds fun. Your high level IMO in spite of not attending tournaments. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm so sick of the complaints. I am too. I am too. Let's go, bad plays. Yeah, we're all bad. We're like, everyone is bad at this game, and you shouldn't put people on a pedestal and say that they know everything, and if they don't know something, then no one can possibly know it. And then conversely, you also shouldn't be saying that if someone isn't like a player that you idolize, which is really fucking weird, then they're bad and they have no room to talk. I mean, it's like high school shit. It's fucking stupid. So you know what? I'm going to say it's stupid. Like, I'm just going, I am going to be the Nova Psychen of the Tekken community. Instead of saying a bunch of shit about the game that's in my own head and isn't real, I'm gonna say shit about the Tekken players and community that's in my head and isn't real, but is living rent-free in there, and I need to vent my frustrations. Hi, Perfect Punish. Hi, LG. Wasn't Oslin the only one who shit on Lidia? I haven't heard Farzine say anything. No, Farzine's actually been the exact opposite, and I appreciate that. Farzine has actually been kind of saying the same thing I'm saying, where it's like, you're talking shit about the character and you don't know anything and no one knows what's going on and etc etc. He said that like if you think the character is so good then play her. He's been saying with people that like Fury that have been saying like I've been saying this whole time that Lydia is broken and that her heat's so good, and I've been saying since season 1 that she was busted even though everyone was saying that she was bottom 5 and he never came out and said actually, at least not as far as I can see. He's sitting there saying, well, if you really believe that, then play her. Otherwise, you're just latching on to the bandwagon and you don't actually believe that. Which I appreciate because I'll put it in my own words. You're a goddamn sheep. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in my villain arc right now. Laughing is so fun. Actually, like solving a little puzzle unless it's bag Jaguar stance. I like seriously. Again, Armor King is a self-report. I mean, Tekken players self-report all the time with this game, to a point where I feel like I'm the only sane one. Like I don't like feeling this way because it feels very narcissistic, but there are a lot of times where I really do feel like I'm one of like 3 people that actually know and understand this game. It's insane how little people know or lab or understand and then just start saying the most out-of-pocket, random, unfounded shit. It's crazy. I'm not gonna lamb. I want to figure out what Elise is up to, so I'll play her in casuals. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, that works too. Devil changed his name to Devil Miari. I looked Josie at Tekken 7, and I was like, now I know why you like her, because I like her too. I hope she comes back. I really do. At least the Den 3 situation, while shit has some counterplay. Yeah, but it's still pretty shit. Like, it's not... I mean, you can't, like... It's one of those things where on paper it does have counterplay, but, like, it really doesn't. Because then he just does 2, and then you get counter hit launch, so it's like... My Chrome doesn't even default to Google search. How weird is that? That is strange. Depressing when Lars spams that and you have to do something crazy to get away. Oh, yeah. 100%. Just speak faster and be concise. I'll try. Hi, old Skytree. Are you a Tekken 6 Mokujin mainer? I wouldn't say that, but listen, if Mokujin was in Tekken 7 or Tekken 8, I'd play Mokujin. When I went back and played Tekken 5 Tag 2, I played Mokujin. If I'm playing the game and trying to have fun, I'm playing Mokujin. The weird thing to me is that the stuff that's very much provable and disprovable has been argued about. There's no counterplay to this. Here's the counterplay. That should be it. But no. Then they say that like they say some really weird shit. Like, here's the counterplay, and then they say, but, and then they hit a button, but they have this one option that they can do that beats this. That beats the counterplay, so they have forwards, not counterplay, and I'm just gonna eat the mix-up. That's what they say. It's asinine. It's stupid. Like, there's no other way for me to put it other than it's ridiculous. I mean, like, yes, if you stand block, then you lose to lows. I mean, if we're like, I've said this before. I made this analogy before, and I'm gonna make it again because it's true. The people that say like Heihachi's stance, right? If he goes in the stance off of like 4-3 or something, you can option select everything except the mid power crush with down forward 1. But then people are going to say, no, but the power crush beats the down forward 1, so therefore it's not counterplay, and you should just eat the mix up. Well, I mean, that's what they imply, and then they just go, then I'll just eat the mix up. Or you'll have like, I mean, you had that whole thing with Lidia. You know, you can down jab to beat all of her options and then launch them, but they say, but the 3! Like, and it's like, dude, you don't understand, like, even as a concept, how risk reward works. And it'd be fine if it was like a Vanquisher saying this, but you have people at GOD2, GOD3 that say this, and that's where I go, how the maybe people are carried in this game. It's like, it's fucking insane. It doesn't, I mean, it's like with chess, you know, if you do like the Carl Khan, and then the Tekken player comes out and says, well, but they can push the pawn, so therefore it's a battle. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, hello? It's so stupid. Hi, Karma. Sesujin, my favorite femboy. What? Hi. Low High lost against Mogul. Fuck is funny. It was funny. It was very funny. Went to Tekken 8 to Lab Armor King and Lab to follow all of his characters include, yep, have to hold the mix with every single one of them. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's designed that way. If you have a read that he's gonna do the mid, then you can power crush, but it's not worth it. People are wanting to treat this like a 2D fight, and so many things are answered by using 3D movement. And then people say that, like, because you can't just mindlessly backdash, that you can't backdash at all and it's bad. And just shit makes no sense. Send 2 needs to be toned down. It shouldn't be a -12 counter hit launch that high crushes on frame 1. Can you believe that they buffed that in season 2 to make it high crush on frame 1? It's crazy. It's insane. Here's the counterplay. Yeah, but there's an option that beats that. Like, congrats, dude. You just discovered layer 2 defense. Yeah, I know. It's like, this is why I was going to say, it's like if you're a neutral, like, it's the exact same thing. If you're a neutral and you stand block and you tell the opponent that they need to stand block to not get counter hit by, like, Steve's back 1, and then they say, well, actually, it's not counterplay to neutral because Steve can do a low. It's the exact same thing. It's exactly the same. So then they say, well, there's actually no counterplay to being able to beat the opponent in neutral because if I hold the back button, they can hit me with a low. So therefore, what I'm going to do is hold forward, so I just get hit regardless. That's because that way I'm not losing to one option. I'm losing to everything. It's and again, this isn't just like this is like GLD2. Like, this is the top 0.1%. And then Tekken players also complain that people who are new in starting the game with Tekken 8 are beating them. And it's like, yeah, because you suck. You're bad at the game. Scenarios when you complain about lack of counterplay, like Bad Jaguar and Lionheart, but this is few and far between. Yeah, agree 100%. 8 was also giving people overinflated egos due to the easier rank system. Also true. Yeah, 100%. Didn't know Seth was a chess enjoyer. I'm actually not. I don't play chess, but I just know some things about chess. Crimson just remind me, you said you want to become a chess pro. That was a joke. I don't want to become a chess pro. They break the only rule on your Twitch channel, which is impressive, genuinely. It's insane that they're able to do that so eloquently. But it's stupid, man. And then, you know, you have the videos as well that are like, again, you can't backdash in this game because I can't just mindlessly hit the back button and avoid everything all the time. It's absurd. It's crazy. And then Tekken players are like, this guy has a point. This guy's like 100% correct. I'm about to make a video that's titled Tekken is a perfectly balanced game with no issues whatsoever, and have that be like, you know, clickbait. So that people are like, yeah, this guy's gonna shit on the game. He's going to talk about why movement is better in Tekken 7, even though people back in Tekken 7 were saying that movement in Tekken 7 was terrible and that movement in Tag 2 was better. And then when Tekken 8 released, people said that movement in Tekken 8 was infinitely better than it was in Tekken 7, so it's just a bunch of people being fucking idiots. Anyway, tangent. I'm gonna make that the title of the video, and then I'm going to sit down in the video and I'm going to be like, backdashing's good, movement's good, the game's balanced, the characters aren't 50-50 machines, there's counterplay to everything, there's back and forth, there's interaction, there's everything that you want in a Tekken game. You are playing Tekken, and everyone that's complaining is bad and doesn't know what they're talking about. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. Next time, ask them for the counterplay to Lee's down forward one. Dude, like, like, this is actually like, if you go back to, I should make a parody video, and I should go back to, like, Tekken 7, and have the opponent jab, and I should make, like, a 15-minute video on why there's no counterplay to jab as a parody. You know, I should be like, there's no counterplay after you block jab. It's a broken move. They're +1. Yes, you can try jabbing them, but if they jab you back, then you lose. Then you get hit. So therefore, I'm just going to hold forward. And then I'm gonna say, but then if you try holding back, there's still no counterplay because they can hit you with lows. I should actually do that. Also, Wyatt, thank you for the 10 stream streak. I guess I'm addicted to you. I don't know how to respond to that, but thank you. Welcome in. I don't know if you're familiar with IMOP on YouTube, but I appreciate the channel focuses on counterplay. I do too. Yeah, I know who they are. I like their channel a lot. Everyone hated TAC 2 when it was out. Yep, they did. You say that as a joke, but I've genuinely heard that almost verbatim. I'm not even surprised. I mean, it just kind of shows that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff. It's crazy. I mean, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. It's crazy. I mean, like, you take Tekken plays, you put them in any other game and they would drown. This is why Tekken players don't play any fighting games. They all say, like, we won an R3 fighting game. No, you don't. You wouldn't play it. If you wouldn't played Virtua Fighter, you would crash out in 5 minutes. You would see what a throw OS is, and you would lose your fucking mind. Like, you would never survive. Plus, I'm blocking the fastest move in the game. What were they thinking? To be fair, movement was better in Tag 2. 7 feels not Virtua Fighter stiff, but still stiff. Oh no, I agree. It is better and it feels better. But I'm saying that people were saying that movement in Tag 2 was better than 7. And then when 8 came out, they said movement in 8 was better than 7. But now people are making videos saying that the movement in 7 is miles better than 8, and that was the peak of movement in Tekken. Like, that's what people are, it's insane. It's crazy. I feel like I'm in a damn asylum sometimes listening to this shit, because it goes beyond just being ridiculous, and it gets to a point where I'm sitting there and I feel like I'm the only sane person in the room, and just everyone else is being a goddamn idiot because they're saying the most absurd, heinous shit about the game and the design and the players, and it's like, dude, you're the problem. You're projecting. You're the one that has an issue. If you come across, like, this is like fighting game 101. If you come across an obstacle that you have a hard time crossing, you have to fight through the damn obstacle. You can't just make a video complaining about it and then hope that Michael Murray and Harada change it. Like, one, they're not the ones that's gonna change it, so stop directing all of your anger to, I mean, that just is another thing that kind of shows that emotionally they are deficient, and intelligence wise they are stupid. But you know, it's just kind of is that whole thing where it's like they're making these complaints to try making the game magically cater to their needs when they're the issue, you know? Like, they can fix it themselves. They can learn how to adapt to the game. They can figure out how to deal with all of these things, and they just don't. Instead, they complain because they don't want to actually get better, and they just want to, I don't know, feel better about themselves because they are bad. Like, I don't know, man. And then it's like, I don't remember who said it earlier in the chat, but it's like what someone earlier in the chat said. People, they have massively inflated egos because of their rank, so they think, like, I'm GOD with this character, so I'm an authority on the character, and I know I'm an authority on the game because I'm the top, like, 1% of the player base, and et cetera, et cetera. It's like, no, dude, you're not. You don't know what you're talking about. like if you think that you're an authority on the game and you're authority on characters and you know everything there is to know about the game and you do everything perfectly because you're a certain rank, and it's like, I don't even care if you GOD too. If you think that because you're a certain rank, then that just shows that you're bad at the game. And when you're making all these complaints and you're like trying to fight against the system instead of working through it, like that is the telltale sign that you're bad at the game. And again, it doesn't matter what rank you are. What matters is how you're able to apply your skills, you know? Like, that's what it comes down to. And then, like, these same people that have this massive, like, inferiority complex, they have these massive egos, will then look at someone who's, like, Tekken God and be like, you're Tekken God. You don't know what you're talking about with this character. You're playing the character I got to GOD, not my main, so I don't know anything about them, but they're clearly carried and brain dead, and you've played the character for 700 hours trying to learn them, watching guides, and have 20 times more wins than I do, and I will ever have with this character. But and you say that the character is like fine and this counterplay to all of this, but I'm GOD, so I know more than you. Fuck off. you're an idiot. You're dumb. And yeah, it kind of circles back to what I was saying about these are the exact same people that will then scream at like Michael Murray on Twitter, or like maybe not even scream directly at him, but then make fun of him. And it's like, well, like, again, just kind of proves the point, right? Because it shows that you have no emotional intellect, or, you know, intellect in general, and like that's why you feel this way, because you can't learn. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. It's aggravating, but whatever. Like, all I can do is do my part to help all of you who actually want to learn and not just going to complain and throw shit at the wall. And I will help you all out by also simultaneously calling everyone a goddamn idiot. And yeah. Also, sorry, my headphones went on, so I couldn't hear the TTS. I need to catch up on the chat. I play Tekken very casually, and I have fun every time I play. Yeah, and that's another thing, too. Like, Tekken plays, again, a part of that, like, emotional deficiency and the intelligence deficiency. Like, they look at Tekken as a game, and then they get so egotistical and they get so upset about it, and then they project that onto other people. So if other people are, like, just trying to play the game and have a good time, but they might not be like the best in the world at the game, or how even if they have an opinion, then immediately it's like jumping on them and like insulting them and saying that they're shit and all of these other things. And it's like, dude, it just proves my point, right? It's just like, and again, it circles back to that whole thing where you have people out like GOD1, GOD2, GOD3 that do and say these things, and it's just part of that whole thing I'm saying, where it doesn't matter what your rank is, because if you're stupid and unwilling to learn and just want to hurl insults at people, then you're bad. Like, it doesn't matter if you're the 0.1% of the player base in terms of rank or whatever. It doesn't mean that you're good. I'm sorry, it doesn't. That's not the entire story. And if you think it is, then like, it just proves my point. You don't know much. You are not experienced with the game or fighting games in general. And Nightbeat's revision is Tekken history. No, exactly. Exactly. Fucked over the TTS, I get scammed. I have no points. Well, I mean, you can see that my headphones aren't on. They're down here, so it's weird how Lidia is singled out in this when so many characters have mid-checks that way. Well, it's because I don't even have to read the whole thing. It's because Tekken players are dumb. I mean, I legitimately think it's an intelligence problem. I don't know how else to like look at it. I mean, when you see the emotional maturity of these players that are making these exact same complaints when it comes to how they perceive like other people or the developers or all of this other stuff, that's the only reasonable conclusion I can come to, is that they're legitimately just stupid. There's no other way I can think of it. It's crazy. I forget that the majority of Tekken players is between 2 and 12 years younger than me. Realizing that a well-known pro was in elementary school when I was while reliving on my own explains a lot about how they think. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I feel old as fuck sometimes in this community. Throwing shit at the walls because what I do because I'm an Oscar player. It's because I'm gorilla. Ook ook. I'll complain and not get back to compensate the rest of the chat. I Gamaran. What to do with all stance transitions into X stance could be a sick video series. For shorts as well. The first 2 layers should make for a quick explanation. Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about doing. I need to obviously sit down and like write down notes and organize everything before I do it. But yeah, that is something I've been considering doing, and I think it's a really important video to make. So I probably will at some point. But there's quite a few things I want to do. I have a new Lidia guide that's going to be coming out sometime, probably this weekend. Expectation that everyone wants to compete is dumb. No, and then that's exactly it. And then again, they like project out onto other people, and it's like, well, if you're not like again God, then you're bad. You don't know anything about the game, which is just the irony is palpable. Hi, Filthy Rat. Does this count as a crash? Oh no, not at all. Hi, King. How are Austin and Fozzie winning with Lidia if they don't know anything about the character? Because they are playing in a region where no one plays Lidia and no one knows the matchup. And I mean, you can see that, you know, like Austin has been playing Lidia in Pakistan against people that clearly don't know the matchup. And I mean, you can just watch the games and know that. And when they do play against people that know the matchup, like the grand finals that, Farzine was in when he played against that Eddie, or like when Farzine played against Book, and I think it was Book, or was it Cherry Berry Mango? It was one of them. I think it was Cherry Berry Mango, actually. Either way, they know the matchup and then they just get shit on. So like that's what it is. They are playing the character in an environment, in a community where no one plays the character. I mean, if you look at Weiwu.wiki, the 20th highest ranked Lidia player in not just Pakistan, but the Middle East, like the entire region, is Tekken Emperor. You have like 2 or 3 people in the entire Middle East that's God with Lidia. So then you focus in on specifically Pakistan and not just the entire Middle East. No one played. They have no idea. The character may as well be brand new to them. As soon as they start playing Lidia outside of just Pakistan and the Middle East, they're going to get dumpstered in tournament. Like, they are not going to be able to play her. I feel like there are times where I can't have an opinion because I'm not good at the game or sufficient enough for my opinion to matter. Well, you know what I say? If people are telling you that, they're fucking stupid and they're not worth your time. People also one and done blocking cherry pick to get to those ranks and then get an inflated ego. Also true. Yeah. Also 100% true. So I'm trying to see where I was on the chat. Twitch the low, my phone still no sound, no. You need a guide to the nearest shower? I literally just showered. It's really neat to find out from you how much of Victor's EI at +4/+5 is counted by just jabbing. It's crazy, yeah. Like, it's almost that's the intended counterplay. Like, the entire stance is counted by that. You can hop kick a lot of the stuff that he does, too. It really, EI is only scary when your back's to the wall, and then you have to go, But other than that, yeah, you're free to just pop, 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 pop. The fact that I would be the 5th ranked Lidia in the Middle East is more damning than anything any of us could ever say. Listen, I'm not going to say agree or not, but I do understand what you mean, and yeah, it's exactly. Like no one knows. Like, you know, like what it comes down to is what I said before. Just because someone is like, do you really think that if that Arslan Ash on the release of Miari is going to know the character inside and out by looking at her? Some people would say yes, and that's crazy. But you see this. I mean, like, Lidia is an example of this, because they were all saying in season 1, bottom 5, trash character, no neutral, etc., etc., and now all of a sudden top 5. So, like, would that have been the case if they knew everything all the time? Because they're GOD, like, and because they're like GOD3, they win evil, they win combo break or whatever. Obviously not. I mean, in season 1, all of the top Lidia players were saying that she was top tier. Like, almost all of the good Lidia players were saying no, like, all of the pros and content creators are wrong. She's not bottom 5, she's really good. Obviously, I said she was top 10. No one else did, but everyone else, every good Lidia player said that she was still top tier. But, like, according to this logic that Tekken players propagate, those players, those people that actually main Lidia don't know what they're talking about because they're not pros. And the pro players know more despite not knowing the character or playing the character. But now it's turned out that that's correct. And now all of the Lidia players saying once again that they're wrong are still wrong because the pro players who don't know anything about the character and don't play the character know more because they have won more tournaments, and therefore the Lidia players who have put thousands of games into her are wrong, and they're downplaying, even though in season 1 we were upplaying her. So, like, you know what I mean? Again, the only logical explanation, the only thing I can come up with is that Tekken players are stupid. Like, legitimately, I don't mean that as a joke. I mean that, like, they're actually deficient in their intelligence. It's the only thing that makes sense to me, because it's just a giant contradiction. Like, nothing makes sense. It's stupid. Doom's Christmas, thank you so much for the tier 1. Oh, I appreciate that a ton. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Hello. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Means a lot and helps me out a ton. Thank you. Incorporate in your vids the character usage statistics in each region. I just, like, here's the thing though. I don't think it's even relevant, man. I really don't. Like, the character usage statistics, the character knowledge, all of this other stuff, this shouldn't even be a talking point. We shouldn't even be needing to talk about any of this stuff, because it's not relevant. It shouldn't be relevant. It should go without saying. Just common sense dictates that if someone hasn't played the character, or hasn't played against the character, or hasn't looked at the character in practice mode, and hasn't looked at the move list, then they don't understand how the character works. Yet, like, that's it. There shouldn't be a debate. We shouldn't even need to be discussing. We shouldn't need to be talking about this. It's just common sense. And it's crazy that Tekken players don't get that. And that we do have to talk about this. It's insane. Had the subscribe low rank Tekken is fire. Oh, thank you. We'll be recording one this stream actually in a little bit. Might actually be the next thing that we do, I think. Yeah. Trying to remember what I had planned in my head, but yeah, I think that'll be the next thing that we do. But again, I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words too. Thank you so much. Character specific stuff could be neat too, like Ling's down 4-1, Yoshi's Crouch Dash 2, killing most of Steve's flick. I'm planning on making a video that's going to be titled, with all due respect, at this point we should be prepared for AOP, and talking about what moves with every character in the game be AOP. But who should I trust more? The people who are actually playing, competing, and winning with her, or the people who have a 30% win rate versus her online and tweet balance? They're the same person! They're the same people, Shomini! I have literally sat next to, in tournament, at top 16 at Frosty Faustings, sat across from a pro-sponsored player whose name you will know, and then picked Lidia and beat them, and they have turned around and told me the game was over as soon as you picked Lidia. I don't know the matchup. This isn't just conjecture from me. That is what they said verbatim. In season 1, it's like, what? Ah! She deals so much chip. It was, but, and again, this is a contradiction because it's nerfed from season 1. So all of the people that were saying she's bottom 5, she has nothing. I invented the tech. I invented the chip damage with her, man. Like, I literally invented it. I am responsible for all of the Grey Health deletion changes and the buff 2 chip damage that she got in season 2. I am responsible for that. I'm the one that did that. I know this better than anyone, but people are going to say, despite me being the person responsible for these changes, that I don't know what I'm talking about. Because I haven't top 8 in Combo Breaker. Brother, I wrote the book on the character. Like, it's insane. You think me, the person that basically wrote the entirety of how Lidia is played to a point where it influenced the actual balance of the character. Like, I am 100% convinced at this point that I am directly responsible for Lydia's balance changes in season 2. That I know less about Lidia than Awesome Ash does. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Come on. I mean, Austin has literally shown other people my videos to help them learn Lidia. Arslan has used me as his resource to learn the character. I don't know what to tell you at that point. Arslan has used me as a resource to learn Lidia, but yet I know less than he does. Like, you understand how stupid this is? It's crazy. It's insane. Are we equating AOP to Mystic Mine? Yes, that is the idea. Matterhorn beats AOP. That I didn't know, but that is very funny. I hope the drag player recently and gave him a move that beats AOP, a move that beats back turn, sidestep left, back turn, step right, and a 51 damage float for Cali roll from one of these moves. And what they say afterwards? But she can punch parry. Hi, Zachiel. What's going on? We're just chatting right now. We're just talking about stuff. And then we're going to be doing low-ranked Tekken. She needs to be eating chips instead of popcorn. I want chips now. I take it back. I parry results of his training. Stop. Hi, Amy. I told that about you, but they still discount you because you on Ash. It's like it's insane, right? It's actually so stupid. It's dumb. It's ridiculous. I was listening to a Gnome Pro player talking about her and how his issues have nothing to do with learning the matchup because he knows the matchup. Check AEWGF he's under a 30% win rate with her. 30, yeah, it makes sense. Yup. If Austin wins evil with Lidia, Seth will ask for his winning share. I'm kind of excited to see Austin pick up Lidia. I just want to see where it goes with her. Straight in the dumpster is where it's going to go. How are you today? Twitter knows what real Tekken is, obviously. They're omniscient, has been proven countless times. Yep. Like with Tekken 7 Falcon Ram. Yep. Twitter has become a cesspool. Yep. But yeah, dude. It really is crazy how people will, like... I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that people discredit me on my knowledge with Lidia. Yeah, you know what, it's stupid, it's dumb. Like, I know Lidia better than any other person on the planet. Straight up. I don't care. I don't care. I know the character leaps and bounds more than any other person on the planet. So saying that, I don't know what I'm talking about, It's such an insane self-report. I wish the pros stopped doing core circle 4 1 plus 2 after having enough tune and start doing forward 2. They're supposed to have good execution. Nah. So you're pro doesn't mean that you're good at everything. Yeah. Only one person that can challenge you is MG13. I do not know who that is, actually. I'm very curious. I've been learning from both of you. Ooh, but he thinks differently. Well, that's good. I mean, having a different perspective is good. I think you should play him. Nah. Have you fought EXO? Yes, I have, and I've beat him. Twice. I think I've played against him twice, and I think I've beat him in the set twice. I think. I might be wrong though. Because we haven't played very often. The last time I played against him was when season 2 came out, and I demoted him to Tekken Emperor, and then got higher on the leaderboard than him. I was the #1 ranked Lidia player in the world for a day. And that was after I beat EXO. And the time before that, I think I played against him in like viewer games or something. But that would have been about a year ago. So I haven't played against him very often, but I have. Austin's not playing Lidia at the international stage. Oh, no, he's not. Absolutely not. Chikurin had a blue Lidia once, blue, because every move he used was blue spot, but then seeing the drop her. Yeah, Chikurin was a Lidia main in Tekken 7. Even after Lidia got nerfed in Tekken 7, when Lidia came out and up until like the end of Tekken 7, Chikurin mained her. So that's why Chikurin played her again in Tekken 8, but I guess he doesn't like her or something. See both of you and your thoughts, the difference in playstyle. It could be interesting, but it's just not something I'm interested in doing. Would love to play Lidia sometime, though crossplay is odd. The crossplay sucks. It's so bad. It's terrible. All right. I think that's enough for just chatting. Let me... Sorry, I'm adjusting where my chat is so I can see it a little bit better. Let me boot up the game. And let's do some low-ranked Tekken. Assuming that the game doesn't crash. And so, just because you're pro doesn't mean you know everything. No, it really doesn't. It's dumb. Sesujin's very beatable once you know the matchup. It's 100% true. I didn't 2-0 him. It was 2-1. It was 2-1, not 2-0. But I did demote him to Tekken Emperor. And then I passed him on the leaderboard. And then I pointed and laughed at him. Okay. Alright, we are in. Hell yeah. Why is the audio off? Oh. Like, is it just me, or is the audio a second off? Hold on, it might be Bluetooth. Let me turn my headphones off and on. Yeah, now it's fine. My Bluetooth was just delayed for some reason. I've never had that happen before. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay. All right, are we ready for some good old low-ranked Tekken? Lisetto with the 6 months.
At Likes 2 became a YouTube member. At Likes 2 celebrates 6 months of membership. I have an important message. Kabunga.
Kabunga! Thank you for that, Lisetto. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, thank you. Heard that every setting in the game works flawlessly when you have Lidia as your main menu character. Oh my god. All right, let's get into it. Ready, steady. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very long time since we've done low rank Tekken. Oh my god. The last time we did low rank Tekken was before Armor King released. It's been a month. A lot has happened. A lot has gone on. But I'm here now to tell you, low rank Tekken is back. It didn't really leave if you are on YouTube, honestly. Like, there was 1 or 2 weeks where we didn't do it because Armor King and BR stuff was happening. Anyway, low rank Tekken is here. If you don't know what low rank Tekken is, then seek help. It should be very obvious just from the name of the series. We are going to start out with, yeah, Vanquisher, Xiao Yu, and Heihachi. Immediately followed by the next game's gonna be Orange Rank, Armor King, and Asuka. We're off to a great start right now. If it would load. I desperately hope it doesn't crash. Like, the past month has been... A lot's happened. My computer is dying. I think it actually is stuck on an infinite load. I think the game's soft-locked. I think the game just soft-locked on the loading screen. I'm gonna fucking lose it, man. Oh my gosh. The game's soft-locked! What? How? How does it do this? Low rank Tekken makes me crash. It didn't even crash though. You can see it's still loading. The game's soft locked. It does this sometimes. I don't know if it does this for all of you, but it does this for me sometimes where it'll start loading and then it just soft locks and then it infinitely loads and I have to I have to Alt F4 and then relaunch the game. It's insane. Do you have TMP on? I don't know. Game is saving you from a truly heinous custom, clearly. See, now I'm curious, but I can't even see the... Oh. I do have a Tekken ID. I will watch this game, goddammit. I'm putting in this Tekken ID right now. Hold on. Because this is just gonna infinitely load, so I choose when the game closes. I have it. I have the Tekken ID. Alright, restart the game. Low rank Tekken is too low. Low rank Tekken's getting lower. Hi, Ninja, watching low rank Tekken? Yup. We are hopefully just about to start, assuming that the game actually loads. Thank you, Lasal. I already have it pulled up, but thank you. Wait, I don't... Oh, no, I do. Never mind. I thought I closed the tab for a second. Hi, Johnny Two Sweeps. I'm a new Lidia. Enjoy. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Just trying installing the driver. So I'm not going to do it right now while I'm streaming. But I'll keep it in mind. Thank you. Want to see true low-level Tekken? Go back and look at my replays. I promise I'm not fishing for help because I have my first Tekken 8 locals on Friday. Surely. I'm putting in the Tekken ID right now. I'm going through a lot of effort to see this game. I got it. All right, we're back. After the game soft-locked itself, surely it won't do it again. Surely. It soft-locked again. It's soft-locked again. This game is so good. This game is incredible. We're going to have to delay the low-ranked Tekken by about 5 minutes because I'm gonna have to verify the game files. All right, well, not much can be done. Oh, and the game crashed. Okay, that just yep. After I Alt F4, they gave me a crash error. No shit. A masterpiece of coding, a masterpiece of a game engine. We'll try it one more time, third time's the charm, but if it soft locks again, and yes, I'm going to load the same game. If it soft locks again, then I'm gonna have to try reinstalling the files. But now I really need to know what this game is. Load the map on practice mode. Some save data is corrupted. You didn't see it, but it popped up with a save data is corrupted. I'm going to do this now then. There go the customs. No, I anticipated this happening. I backed up my save file yesterday. One second. I'm verifying the game files right now. So, we just gotta give it a second. I'm sure it's going to come up with something game files. 2 game files are didn't validate something, tries downloading something, failed to download something. I'm gonna lose my shit. It's a match between old man and future daughter-in-law, just like in the old days, just like in good old Tekken 3. Ugh, don't always trust Steam. No, I don't. And before, when that message has popped up too, I've just closed the game, relaunched it, and then it's fine. So, self-fulfilled prophecy by backing up your file. Yeah, but it worked. So, Seth hard counted the corruption. Quick mega bonk round, let's go. I'm honestly, I think if I launch a game, then the file verification will stop. I don't know, but I just don't want to risk it. It's the 27 lingerie mods you downloaded. I'm only a third of the way there. My RAM is arriving on Friday, by the way. The last possible day it could have arrived, but it is arriving. It is insane though. I'm really glad that I bought the RAM when I did. Because when I bought it, it was $110, which is still insane for 32 gigs of RAM. Like, it should be 70 or 80, not 110. That was about a week ago. I looked at that same RAM that I bought yesterday, I think. $250. $250. And the cheapest RAM, I'll actually look up right now, that there was, that was compatible with my motherboard, 140 for 32 gigs, which is insane. Cheapest RAM, 140. I'm so glad. I was thinking about waiting too. I was like, oh, wait until Black Friday. That would have been a mistake. Let me see though. PC part picker. Let me just real quick. Out of curiosity. DDR5 and 32 gigs. 216 gigs. Sort by price. And yeah, of all of the DDR5 RAM that exists, not even what's compatible with my computer, the cheapest is 130. And the cheapest that is compatible with my motherboard, I think, is 145 or 150. I don't have my motherboard up on here, so I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of what RAM is compatible with the motherboard that I have. That would, yeah. But anyway, if this shit doesn't work, I might actually just go, I don't know. Hi Vandal, how's the stream going? Last month, someone in the Ling Discord had the freakiest bunny suit custom while making some tutorials. I expect that from Xiaoyu players. Plug your Elisa into the computer so she can DSS dual boot. Hold on. I got you. Go, Elisa, go! I don't think it worked. What's your background wallpaper, by the way? Default Windows 11. I don't change the wallpaper because I never look at it. All files valid. I'm going to scream. You are DDR5? No, my current computer is DDR4, but the motherboard I got is DDR5. And yeah, DDR4 RAM. So because the problem is I don't know if it's the RAM that's the problem or the motherboard, but I already have 4 8GB sticks of DDR4 RAM. So, and I don't, like, the problem is the motherboard, and you can't find DDR4 motherboards. So I had to get a DDR5 motherboard. Xiaoyu players are the only waifu mains who are predominantly women. I don't know why that's how it is. I would say that's Elisa, not Xiaoyu, but it's close. Worst thing I've seen in Discord is someone had a Tekken 7 Zafina outfit mod on Lee with purple bunny head. That's interesting for sure. That's definitely interesting. Okay, we're doing this again. We will get to the bottom of this. Oh, by the way, you notice how my save data isn't corrupted anymore? This fucking game. You notice how my save data is just fine now? Attempt number 3. Will we be able to start the low rank Tekken? Oh, it worked! Oh, thank God. All right, we're in. For all of you watching the video on YouTube, we just went through about 20 minutes of troubleshooting because the game kept soft locking. We're finally in. We need to watch this game. And we're starting with a snake edge. It's beautiful. Just with shoulder, 1, 2. Snake edge again. I knew that it was worth waiting for this game. Look at that frame trap. A masterclass in frame trapping. Duck under the grab. Big punish. Nice mid. Look at that counter hit. This Heihachi. Oh, he's dead. He's completely dead. It wasn't even close. He was never going to recover from that. Also, speaking of Xiao Yu outfits, I just need to... This is not a mistake. That was a big counter hit. Going for the forward 2. Just the plus frames with the heat smash. Back turn 4. Sure. Cuts. That's a whiff. I mean, you had an eternity to do anything. The one button is the worst button you could have hit, but it worked. Pixel left. What's the mix? Okay, he blocked the snake edge, did while rising 2. I don't blame him too much. And then just an off snake. The high crushing is what's important here, really. Is that Taylor Swift? I don't think so, but I don't really know anything about Taylor Swift. Can we get a snake edge count, editor? We're not gonna get a snake edge. That is another snake edge. Okay, so the Heihachi has no chance in this game. Never mind, the Heihachi is going to win this game. The Xiao Yu is lucky that Heihachi doesn't have a snake edge. That's all I'm saying. What's he gonna do? He at least blocked that. That's a counter hit. What's the combo? It was 55 damage. Just finishing 1-1-2. You could have killed. The Heihachi did win the round though. Okay. All right. There's that. -11, which is not punishing. -11, which is not punishing. Oh, he blocked the snake edge. He once again didn't punish it correctly, but you know, the Xiao Yu, I don't think that punish was intentional, especially because it was counter hit. But you know, like, it was close. It was a 14 frame move instead of a 13 frame. Punishing the 1-1-2 with heat smash is definitely a choice. And then punishing 1-1-2 again with grab is a choice. 1-2-2. We're just spinning in his face. That doesn't really solve the problem, but we waited for 20 minutes to watch that. We waited 20 minutes to watch a Xiao Yu snake edge a Heihachi 15 times and then counter hit grab them to death. And I didn't notice this until now. They also have the clown makeup on, which I feel like is this Xiao Yu speaking directly to me. Let's go watch literally anything else. Worth, I don't know if I'd say that. I need everyone. I need everyone. The real low rank Tekken starts now. Punishing 1-1-2 with heat smash is still better than what the average Mishima mirror does. I can't argue with that. No, Amy, I already have a motherboard. It's right there. I already bought one. But I appreciate the help though. Thank you. Sure. You know what? Cavalry, Dragunov, and Asuka. We don't see either of these characters very often. I know that green rank is too high of a rank for this. We actually need to be looking at orange ranks. But I can only do so much when the game keeps crashing and soft locking. They're playing their intros. This might actually be a low rank game. This is 100% a low rank game. That outfit is so goddamn ugly that there is no way that this person has put more than 7 hours in this game. And the Dragunov has just made Jotaro, which also means that he has probably put more time into the character customization than the game itself. And you're already starting to see this. Now, he didn't do the max special, which might actually just mean that he hasn't played the arcade mode yet. He attempted a combo, which was good. The Asuka has not attempted a punish, which is bad. But she's trying, and that's what matters. Wow, I want you to take a look at this real quick. Check this out. This is unthinkable, unspeakable stuff. The Asuka just backdashed out of a move. GOD ones could never. Jin players could never. There's the block, the down forward 2 upon. I respect the effort from the Asuka. I really do. But effort can only get you so far. That is a tackle. She broke it though. 10 seconds left. Power crush nope, no, never mind. That's still a high. We did the third. The Dragunov, I respect the patience. The Dragunov waited. Asuka's loving the back 4-2-3, and it's working. Minus 12. Okay, so we just grabbed him and then did nothing. That's a new one. That might be some season 3 tech. Cavalry Asuka's gonna play like every Tekken King plus Asuka. No, she's not. She hasn't done back 3 yet. She hasn't done back 3. I always play the intro out in ranked. It's my duty as a Lily player. It sounds like you're a Noctis or a Negan player that's in disguise. The most patient green rank match. It actually is crazy how these players are demonstrating more skill than the average GOD1 I see on Twitter. So that's tackle again. An attempt at a break. Again, I appreciate the fact that the Asuka is holding the back button instead of backdashing and then getting hit through neutral guard. Again, players could learn a lot from this. And then she just got counter hit 3 times. So now she is playing like the average GOD1 who complains on Twitter about things that don't exist. Nice can. All right, now we're starting to see the Tekken King aspect come out. The drop combo as well. Now we're starting to see Tekken Emperor Asuka. Tackle doesn't get broken again. Leg broken. Now we can determine that she is the piss color Tekken God Asuka, just like the color of her outfit. I need help. All right. This is going to be first for lower rank Tekken because I haven't done one of these in a month. Don't worry about it. Armor King! The first Armor King of low rank Tekken. And a Leo, we never see Leo. This is going to be interesting. Stabilize the throw and the death stab for mental damage. The Armor King punished the power crush. I don't even see pros doing that sometimes. It's actually minus 12. He's clearly cheating. He has to be. There's no way that this player is actually better than some of the pros with their punishment. Look at just holding back and then punish. I mean, you can't teach this. He's got the full combo. He's actually insane. Nice break. Nice break. No, that wasn't. There was an attempt. There's a punish again in the hop kick. Dude, this Armor King's going places. He understands the game. He knows. What are we doing now? Trying for the plus turns. It whiffs. Leo goes for the low into heat smashes, immediately blowing the heat. And there's the chain throw. He is dead. Never mind. Wait, he blue sparked the chain throw? Oh, God. You can't parry your rage on. Random hot, yeah, just like me. Green rank hop kick. Let's go. What's he gonna do now? Minus 14. Didn't punish that one. Just ended the round in style. Very nice. Leo's just like a DOA character or something. Kind of looks like it. Grab out of the power crush. Oh, green rank hop kick. It's working though. That Armor King's 100% a Smurf. Yeah, probably. Oh, that's a counter hit. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Nope, he got launched. He's breaking throws. Yeah, he's a fake grappler. 4, 4. Nah, dude, he's smurfing. He picked up on the fact that this Leo was just doing 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and ducked and punished it. Nah, man. This Armor King is probably at least a Garyu, clear smurf. That's why he's wearing red. Oh, it makes sense now. I don't want to see more laws. I'm going to be honest with you. Also, warrior rank is too high. No. No, 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 no. If I see a Leroy in low rank Tekken, I have to click on it because you and I both know this is going to get stupid. This Armor King adapts faster than I did at low blue. I know, right? All right, what do these two got? Just round start back 3. That is a choice. The while running 3, counter hit, break his leg. What's Armor King gonna do now? Just while rising to -9 into getting hit by the chain throws. That was one of the combos of all time, for sure. And now our backs to the wall, and we rage on it to beat. Wait, it worked? What does this Armor King know that I don't know? What? How did I was about to make fun of him? I was about to call him something. Heat smash. That one didn't work somehow. He almost won, dude. If he actually hit 1+2 after back 4, he would have won that. He should not have been that close. I'm much more curious about these next couple rounds now. Classic rage out to beat wake up kick. I can't believe he. I was about to say, what is that gonna do? Beat wake up kick, and then I was assuming that Leroy would just block it, but no, he did a wake, and there's the back 3 again. That is one of the combos I've seen in my lifetime. Leroy does a lot of punches. That to hit. It's also a lot of chip damage. We could classify that as a whiff punish, right? Like, it takes time to hold the back button. We're just not. It's -16 and we're punch parrying. It's okay. He will at some point understand that kicks are not parries. Like, at some point in this Armor King's life, he will understand that there is a difference between the arm and the leg. But I don't know. Maybe this Armor King walks on his hands. Like, I don't know. Maybe he just does a handstand all the time. I don't judge him for living his life, but he's got to figure that shit out. That is not what you do there. That's a trade. Okay, so now Armor King has no heat, and he is about to die. Never mind. We just woke up into that. Okay, it's fine. We got the launcher into nothing, into the launcher, into nothing, into the launcher, into, you guessed it, nothing, into the rage art, into nothing. That is not -20. That it. Into nothing, into the counter hit, into nothing, into the -16. I don't know why, but just something about the vibe that this Leroy was giving off made me think when I looked back at the game he was going to key charge. And if he did that, I wish he did, because I would have laughed. I'm laughing just thinking about it. I really thought he was gonna key charge there. I told you, so like, when we look at a Leroy, it's just gonna be a clown fest. Good God. Did you keep a statistic of how often counter flashes up per rank and how often punish flashes? Well, punish is going to be 0. Arms, legs, same thing. This Armor King is a pirate and knows you can replace limbs with peg legs, so it's the same thing. You're on to something here, I see. I'm not seeing anything that's catching my eye yet. Sure. You know what? Mighty Ruler's paw of the low rank spectrum now. Let's do it. You shall make a fine sacrifice. Headphones back on. This is a normal outfit. That's a normal outfit too. Okay. All right. Any Dawn rank matches? I haven't seen any yet. But if I do see any, probably have to look at least one. All right, the running slide into just a whiffed while rising 3. Nice down jab. There's the counter hit into nothing, but it's the thought that counts. While running 2, doesn't go over her for some reason. The Steve is just incapable of blocking low. That's a counter hit, and we were not prepared for that, and we thought that down back 1 there was a frame trap. It's okay. Surely the June still wins here. Surely. Steve has no HP. Surely, yeah, surely she just wins off of this, right? No, he has 1 HP. 5 Fox Fury. Okay, okay. I thought he should have heat smashed there. If he heat smashed, he was actually winning. I wanted that Steve to win so bad, and he's gone. And he's gone. It's okay, he's back now. There's the counter hit. This is the only combo that Steve has off of back 1. As you can see, even at the wall. No, he's changing up a little bit, but then he dropped it. So he really shouldn't be changing it up. That's the moral of the story. Just stick to your guns. That's counter hit. That's guaranteed. What are we doing now? Slide into a big whiff. That's a big counter hit. And the June could have just hit the exact same button again, and instead she doesn't, and the combo drops. That's minus 13. Okay. Fujin Raijin is lower rank spectrum. Guess the rank is proven to us. Now, guess the rank is proven that's average. That's an odd counter hit. The Steve will one day learn, but perhaps not today. Okay, that went through the... Yep, nice try, nice try, nice try, nice try. Nope. Okay. Just Sonic Fang. Grab break, clown show, 4-2. Because why not after the grab gets broken? Why not? Why not just 4-2? Yeah. One of these days, the June player will learn what a tailspin is. One day. I think it'll happen. I don't know when. Oh, no. The day isn't today. Why isn't June used to parry Zabaki? She did once, and the Steve just hit her through it. Seth, remember how I said I fought this tier rank Steve? He did so much better at adapting than Tekken Kings and Tekken Emperors, because at least he had the right idea. Yeah. For sure. Hey, come on. Am I going to say no to a Heihachi versus Lily? Oh, the Europe as well. Uh-oh. You know what that means? Nothing. It means nothing. If anything, it might mean that the game crashed. Again. See, I need to reiterate, this is why I haven't been playing ranked. The game just soft locked again. Great. Good. Amazing. We won't be watching that one then, and I'm gonna have to remember to edit this. Good. Memory issue, God knows at this point. You saw me in AOP and immediately switched to using mids. Now it should have been Sonic Fang, which he never used. But he was still, he was trying, which is important. All right, try it again. Hopefully the game doesn't soft lock again. Who the fuck? Who? Whatever. This might make up for the crash. This might make up for it. Yeah, it's a bear. How could I pass up the bear? You have to watch the Lily Huarong game. Dude, it's going to be nothing. Fine, I'll indulge your request, but it's not going to be anything. All right, 1-1-1. We hit the heat engager. The bear is now... Okay, I mean, that works. You know, that's the wall, you know? Like, he heat dashed and tried keeping the wall. The idea is there. He has now used a button I have never seen from a bear player before, to a point I didn't even know existed, and he's used it twice. Okay, Yeah, just keep the wall. Keep the pressure going. That's a down back. Okay, so that's not how you deal with that. Especially with Kuma. Like, Kuma is a walking missile. You don't... That's minus 14. The Laws doesn't even know what the launch button is, so it's probably fine. That's the Bear Matterhorn. There are so many moves happening right now that I just have never seen. Like, I didn't know what the animation looked like when you got hit by that. I actually didn't. The bear is now sitting on the ground. He has gone into timeout. He burst in the... Fuck what I was about to say. What? No, I need to watch this again. Huh? Down back 1+2. Yeah, nerf Laws, dude. I mean, I'm impressed that he was able to convert there, but what? Yeah, this Laws is a goddamn genius. He is the game. Oh, and he's stupid. Okay, well, it was nice while it lasted. I was going to say Heat Burst into Rage Art's a new one. I'm used to Heat Burst into Heat Smash, but the bear got smashed. I don't, like, what's even happening? An orbital heal? That is a combo, I guess, is better than jab, 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 like I'm used to. I guess that also means I'm wrong. He does actually know the button for the 14-frame launch punish. Break the ground. You think that this bear player knows that back one breaks the floor? You think this guy knows that? This looks like an average Laws interaction to me. Oh, the Laws didn't even know what happened. He saw the parade colors. He went so he when he evades Rage Art, goes back toward cross up. He can convert off that, but when he has a 2-second cutscene of the floor exploding, he goes, what? And he's key charged. He tried key charging into a normal hit, well, not a counter hit launcher, a normal hit launcher. Key charge doesn't even counter hit anymore. That I don't. You could have just done Heat Smash first, man. Wrong order. Okay, that wasn't even counter hit. Like it wasn't natural. It wasn't counter hit again. He's just not. He's actually gonna win by just hitting one more. Hey, launch punish! And he didn't do anything off of it, but still, that is optimal. Okay, and he didn't do, like, it worked once, and instead of going, I'm gonna do the thing that worked, he just did it. Not there, not that. There! Oh, you fucking. No, don't attack into it. Just let him kill himself. You fucking. Oh, not the fish. Don't Rage Art. Don't Rage Art. Just. Oh, I told you not to Rage Art. He's just G-Clef Cannon. He punished it that time. Oh my. How did they get away with it? How do they do? I don't. How do they do it? How did they do? You know the worst part? Laws has the exact same move, but it's minus 12. He could have just done the same thing. Like it's one thing to just like not do the thing that was working, to punish it or not punish it at all. He could have just done the. If he was struggling with G-Clef, he could have just done it too. He has the exact same move. Hi, Lizarus. What are we learning today? We're learning that low-ranked players are about as intelligent as pro players. Oh, Jesus, God help me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Give us a few months with this bear and we'll turn him into a monster. He already is. Oh, I forgot about the game too. I'll look at that in a second. I love this bear player, and I hope they get the best in life. Well, at least someone's holding the back button. Never mind. Minus 14. I respect the attempt. Okay, and you're at the wall. Not there. T-burst, what are we doing? Dying. Okay. Hi, Chobrobot. I started Street Fighter 6 today, so this is how it looks when I play that game. You better start DPing more, I swear to God. Oh my God, stop doing 2-2. Oh, why? How does that even? She could have done literally anything. Reina could have done literally anything to beat that. It's down back 2, but you know, you'll get there one day, kid. That's 3. Okay, that's something. No duck on the high. Stop! It's minus 12. Oh my God, this Reina's playing like Saint. This Reina thinks that 2-2 is plus on block. She's playing like a pro player. No break. House sweep. It's minus 13. It doesn't matter. We're out of heaven and earth. That was a super delay. No, we dropped the. Don't. Okay, that's fine. It's at least he didn't rage out to punish the rage out. It's fine. Sounds like my level of intelligence. Stop. Okay, we finally we didn't press the 3 button. How are we blocking house sweep and punishing with down 4? I'm flabbergasted. I didn't even know that had a blue spark. I had no idea. What? Crouch dash 1 with Reina has a blue spark? Since when? Mighty Ruler can't launch a Rage on block. It's actually bad advice for Street Fighter 6. Don't rely on DP. Gotta anti-air somehow. Oh, right, that other game. Okay. I'm remembering. I almost forgot. I did forget, but I remembered. I have the attention span of a squirrel. Okay, fine. I'll watch this game because I was asked to, but I'm probably going to immediately leave. Why does this Hwarong have a D in all of his stats? Did you see that? The Hwarong, all of his stats is a D. You can't, that's impossible at GOD 1. Huh? Okay, minus 12, no punish. That's counter hit. We're going low. The Lily got hit by the 3rd hit. Understandable. 1-2, buckle my shoe. That's full back turn. He's got the combo and it dropped and now he's getting launched. No idea what's happening. Going for the low. I want to see this Lily win just 1. I don't think that block was intentional. Again, we're getting the counter hits. The Hwarong is getting his ass beat right now. Okay, he won. It takes 71s in a row to get to Mighty Ruler. It's actually more than it was in Tekken 7. Yep, which is 3 plus 4, 3 plus 4. Somehow he got hit by, is the Lily going, Lily's going to win. The Lily's go, oh no, not the backswing blow. Oh, back turn, don't get hit by that. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, you gotta win. You gotta win. The Lily's gotta win. Oh, donkey kick. What are we gonna do? Not the wall, stop. Stop. No, not the count it. No, oh, flow. No. Oh, whip punish, backdash to avoid. Better than a Jin player. What are we doing? Whoa, backswing blow at the wall. Come on, man. You had it all. You had everything. Okay, that is a combo. Second hit, it did not wall splat. Again, backdashing out of pressure, incredible. It's impossible in this game. That hits on the ground. Okay, that was not the play. It dropped again. Okay, that was not worth watching. Why did you ask me to watch this? Hold on, I want to look at this because it said that this Hwoarang's highest stat was D. I want to look at his profile. Okay, for some reason it just didn't. It was bugged. Yeah, okay, that was not. Oh shit. That was not worth it. I don't know why anyone, like, you should have expected that to have been what would happen. Dragon Punch isn't the best anti-air in Street Fighter is all. I see. I don't know anything about Street Fighter, so I don't know. I'm sorry. We got back-to-back beginner games here. Dude, I mean, we gotta take a look at them.
You shall make a fine sacrifice.
The Lily almost got around. It was shockingly close. I hope the Lily would do out-of-pocket shit that someone who knows the matchup will be flabbergasted and lose a round, right? Well, I mean, that was a good start to beat the round start jump forward. But as is tradition, we don't entirely know what's going on. That was a big counter hit. And it whiffed. It's okay, though. We're still in this game. Look at that. Just down forward to as our punish. It's working. We don't have a combo, but we're trying our best, which is what matters. Never mind. We are... Nothing's happening. Jab, jab, jab. That hit. Running tackle. Oh, my... He tried... Is this gonna kill? This isn't gonna kill, I think. She needed to hold it for it to kill. Oh my god, the pulse still has a chance. Never mind, he pressed the forward button. Of all of the things you could have done, of all the buttons you could have pressed, why did your mind think, I press forward? He just keeps getting counter hit by launchers. Like, the Oscar blocks something, does down and forward 2 or back 3, and gets a counter hit launcher. That was just a random ass forward 2, and it worked. Counter hit again after the Paul whiffed. Yep, forward, he pressed the button. He did a hop kick and then pressed the button. Brother, just block. You people all ask me, Seth, I'm stuck at cavalry rank. What should I be doing to get out of cavalry? And then I tell you, hold the back button and you have surprise Pikachu face. This Paul is all of you right now. You see this Paul? This Paul is you. When you are constantly hitting buttons and not holding back, you are this Paul. He won a round. Honestly, incredible. People are allergic to blocking, clearly, but this Oscar is... Look, he did back 1 2 and got blocked. It's minus 12 or something. And then just hit a button again. Stop hitting a fucking button, people! Seth, I picked up Tekken 2 months ago and I'm stuck at Initiate. What should I be doing to help my gameplay? Jesus Christ, you're minus 20 or something. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. That's not the max special. He did a punch parry of all of the things. Like, I mean, the Oscar was always going to win there, but... Seth, I'm stuck at -1 Don. What advice do you have for me? Stop playing Tekken 6. Smash feels like a casual drunk Tekken with friends at a gathering. It was player match. I didn't pay attention to that part. But good God. All right, let's look at the other beginner game.
This should be fun.
These are very normal outfits, and I'm disappointed. I'm stuck at the... Okay, that is not even a combo. That's unblockable. Okay, we're off to a amazing start, frankly. On the ground. Yup. In the heat smash. There's the wall. What's the Sheen gonna do? He's going to choose the heat burst, and then he's gonna get his arm and leg broken. Good. Sarah from Virtua Fighter. No, Sarah's outfit's more blue. Same round start. Same combo, too. It's consistent. I'm sorry. What round am I watching? Yeah, I am watching round 2 and not round 1. Okay, it is a different round. Yeah, that wasn't... Uh-huh. Okay. We're just going to get shot. It's no big deal. I mean, okay, honestly, though, that was probably the most reasonable Rager I've seen in this in a very long time. What's that makeup? It's ghastly with a shade of purple. Yep, heat burst, where's the heat smash? There it is. Yep, I already knew it was coming from a mile away. Whiff. Whoa! The Nina's cheating. She's clearly hacking. Whiff grab. They just are the same person, apparently. Hit him out of the air. What's gonna happen now? That track to the sweep. She didn't do the rage art again. And now I'm already reading the script. The script says, hold on, let me get my little booklet out. Nina is going to wake up kick and then rage art. That was a wake up kick. She didn't have time to be able to do the rage art. It was a wake up into a kick. It's effectively the same thing. I'm done. I don't think I can take this anymore. Thank you all for watching the return of low rank Tekken, which is actually just normal low rank Tekken unless you watch these on stream. Hey, if you like this, there's more for some reason right above me. And if you want guides and stuff, main channel over that way, I think. I'm losing my goddamn mind. Thank you all so much for watching Low Rank Tekken. I hope you liked it. Hey, if you got this far in the video and you like it, I appreciate it if you drop a like. It helps me out a lot. I'm gonna go now. My head hurts. Jesus Christ. Take care. Bye-bye. That was insane. Have a nice stream, Sesu. I'll try to join back later if you're... I'm appreciate you coming by. Have a good day, Amy. Mr. Streamer, I got to know from beginner what aspects of my gameplay should I focus on improving to get my rank back. I think that you should hit more buttons. Yeah, that's... My head hurts. Wow, that was terrible. I legitimately got a headache. Okay. All right. Bye to you too, Seth. Gotta go. Have a good stream. Oh, bye, Gameron. Appreciate you coming by too. I hope you have a good day. Thank you. I missed the whole thing because I have important stuff to take care of. I'm back. Hi, welcome back. I'm gonna take a break. I legitimately have a headache. I think that was around the normal length for low rank Tekken, but part of the reason I stopped is because my head legitimately is killing me. So I'm gonna get up for a second and take a break. Could also refill my water too. I'm gonna come back, and then we are going to be watching some high rank stuff for those of you that are interested in that. So I'll try to be back in like 5 minutes. Might be the last thing that I do today as well, because yeah, my head's really killing me. So it might be a short stream. I don't know. Take a couple painkillers or something. I already did. I don't remember how long ago that was. I might be able to take more. I probably can take more anyway. It was all the screaming. I mean, it might have been, but usually the screaming doesn't give me this bad of a headache. It feels like it's starting to be a migraine. I'm looking this way because my lights are up there. And so when I'm looking at the screen like this, the lights are in my peripheral vision, and that's making it worse. You cut off oxygen flow to the brain. Oh. Let me do that more then. Maybe if I do it more, it'll reverse it. Hold on. It didn't work. You get migraines a lot? I do. I do. It sucks. Drink coffee. I don't drink anything with caffeine in it. I mean, I only drink water. Look into... Oh my god. What? Soon... So... Huh? Googling it. It's a prescription. I can't even get access to this. It's a prescription. I don't know how it is over there in the good old Europe, but yeah, I can't get this. It's a prescription. Yup. What? Hold on here. Why is this medication prescribed? Sumerbitan, however you pronounce it, is in a class of medications called selective serotonin receptor agonists. It works by narrowing blood vessels in the head, stopping pain signals from being sent to the brain, and stops the release of certain natural substances that cause pain, nausea, and other symptoms of migraines. Does not stop migraine attacks from coming. Well, that doesn't explain why it's prescribed, does it? So you lied to me, Mr. Medlineplus.gov. This is a government website. This is a government website. All right, well. Hold on. Nope. Nope, I got nothing else on it. In Germany, they're considered super safe, and you can just go to the pharmacy and get some. Nah, this is good old America, where our toothpaste is banned. Hey, Ochia, where's Lidia? You're looking at her, right? Clearly the same character. Dude, like, the more I keep talking about this stuff and the more I think about it, the more it just goes back to what I was saying about Tekken players being stupid. Remember when they was saying that Lidia looks exactly the same as Nina? They put fluoride in the water. They'll mitigate some of the pain, I reckon. Yeah, I don't know, man. And you know, the other thing is too, because it's a prescription, it probably costs like, actually, let me look. Cost. Let me see. Oh my god, 9 tablets is $12. What the hell? If I get a pack of 27, it's 50. Some of these places, it's $200 for 27 tablets. What the fuck? If I go to my local pharmacy for this, it is with a coupon. No. Sorry, no. This is with their fucking premium account or whatever the hell. If you get this shit as a prescription at a pharmacy, the standard rate for it is $175.94 for 27 tablets. They're expensive, but they work. What the fuck? It's £8 over here, dude. I need to move to Europe. I swear to God, I need to get out of this fucking country. I need. Oh my God. Oh, if only I could leave the United States. Holy shit. Yeah, it's $127 for 27. Sorry, $175. This is generic, by the way. This is what's the? Hold on. I can only go up to 9 tablets of the brand one. 9 tablets of the brand name. $700 for 9 tablets of the brand name. $700 for 9 tablets. It's $700 for 9 tablets. I'm not making this shit up. It's $700 fucking dollars. Oh, there's one here that's $800. It's almost $100 per tablet. Say, oh, the generic. I mean, yeah, the generic is the same thing, but holy shit. Okay, yep. I hate this country. Holy fuck. That's unbelievable. 9. It's no wonder why it only goes up to 9 tablets. If you could do 27, it'd be like $2,000. 27 tablets would be 107 pounds. That's still insane. That's still absurd. But at least it's not 700. Everyone who isn't rich is one of the poorest and needs to manage their money better. Don't you know that? I will say that a large reason why so many people are struggling financially is financial literacy and taking on credit card debt and loans that they can't afford, like buying brand new cars and they can't pay off the premiums and all this crippling debt that they could have avoided. But at the same time, I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, just buy LSD. It's legitimately cheaper than going out the street corner to your local drug dealer and buying cocaine. Need a doctor's note saying you get migraines to buy it over the counter too. Though if it's bad and consistent, the NHS is probably going to give you a prescription for cheaper. That'd be nice. In Germany, you can just buy it. The good old Germans. Okay, I'm gonna take my break now. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Holy shit. Insane. Hi, I'm back. Ugh. Hello, hello. I just had GOD 1 Lily plug-in quick match. Typical, typical. The goblin has returned. Since when was I a goblin? When did this happen? Do I need to beat up someone? I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. Ugh. This is gonna be a bit of a shorter stream today. I think I'm just gonna do this last thing I had planned for today and then probably call it, because yeah, my head is killing me. What did we miss? Eh. But yeah, I am getting that feeling where I really need to lie down. But like I said, there's one more thing that I want to do, so I'm going to do that. Like I said, though, good news is that my RAM is coming on Friday. So we'll have a PC rebuilding stream on Friday, and hopefully that everything's gonna be fixed. And then I can hop on Saturday, do viewer games, no problem. Sunday, we can get in and play ranked. Hopefully we'll have a good weekend. But yeah, man, my head's killing me. Should lie down, to be honest. I should, but I also want to power through for the next half hour to do the last thing I wanted to do before I get out of here. But yeah, man, my head's just killing me right now. It's just been getting worse. You getting a RAM? Can you afford to keep one of those? I have a very large backyard. They require a lot of space to run and graze and climb things. The climbing is still something that needs to be worked on, but I have a backyard. I have two, actually. I mean, really, you could honestly say I have three. Because I have, like, the way my yard is, two backyards. I mean, yes, because, like, the garage is detached from the actual house. So there's, like, two different parts of it. There is, like, the house, and then my house is on the corner. So the yard obviously goes around the corner. So it's not like there's just a front yard, but there's like a front yard. And then there's a side yard because it spans all the way around the house. So it's like double the size of a normal yard. And then there's also a yard where the garage is. So that's like what we call the backyard. But it's not really the backyard. It's like the garage yard. And the backyard and the front yard connected to the house are connected to each other. So I kind of have like 3 yards. And then the back/front yard, which really the front yard, is divided from the garage yard by the driveway. So anyway, I have many yards. Backyards coming out of my backyards. Do you have a backyard hypercube? I mean, it is in the shape of a cube, but the front and backyard combination is in the shape of an L. So get an alpaca friend for the RAM. Millionaire stuff with the 3-yard setup. I mean, it's not my house. I don't own the house I live in. I live with my parents. If that wasn't already apparent, I mean, could you, like, there's no way I'd be able to own a house. Like, if I was a streamer and owned a house, then I'd be rich. You know, like, I don't. Grab lots of rocks and make a pile of rocks to resemble a mountain. The ram will like it. Actually, already ahead of you. So, the driveway. Actually, I'm not going to say anymore because this might make it very easy to find my house. So you know what? I'm just gonna leave it there. Don't worry. I live in a family home. I mean, it's like, especially with the economy right now, it's just, it's the way to go. Lawn mowing stream win. I actually am so allergic to pollen that I cannot mow the lawn. If I do mow the lawn, then I have to basically wear a hazard suit because I can't let the pollen in. I have to wear, not only do I have to wear a mask, but I also have to wear like safety glasses. So because if I'm mowing the lawn and the pollen gets in my eyes will get fucked up. Makes you feel better. I have a stable income and still can't afford a house. I have to rent from, I mean, a landlord. Yeah, the housing market sucks. Hopefully it'll get better, but yeah, it sucks. Which is also part of the reason why, if you can, again, live somewhere else while saving money, it's so much better, because then you can actually save money to afford to be able to get a house. But if you're having to rent somewhere, then you, like, that money you would be saving is going to rent. You know what I mean? It just, it sucks. It sucks. What a first... No! All I heard is the backyard is connected to the front yard, which is connected to the leg bone, which is connected to the hip. Whoever my future husband is, the plan is that he'll live with us. We'll all pay the mortgage, split the bills, etc. I think he'd be okay with that. I would hope so. I find myself incredibly lucky to be in this situation. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Bros, Jim Davis. Dude, my allergies are actually just so bad. I mean, I've told you guys I can't eat fruit. I'm allergic to fruit. I can't eat it. I have trouble with vegetables too. Not as bad as fruit, but okay. What's this other thing you wanted? Yeah, sorry, I got caught in the just chatting. Let me switch on over here. All fruit. Yep, I'm allergic to all fruit. Some are worse than others. Like on pineapples and apples and bananas are really bad. They are the worst. They are worse than if I like kiwis. But I'm allergic to everything. Wrong one. Oh, wait. Sorry, I have to do one more thing. Sorry, my brain is so slow right now just because of my head. I apologize. I have to turn the names back on the replays before I get into it. I'm thinking, by the way, I'm sorry I'm quiet right now. I'm thinking of how I'm going to do this YouTube intro. Italian Wi-Fi law. I'm so sorry. I wish the best for you. All right. I'm just gonna do, you guys don't know what's going on. It'll make sense as I do the intro here. We're gonna be watching some high rank Lidia. That's the plan. Also, I'm taking a jab at a lot of people. I also don't know if this is gonna be going on the main channel or the second channel, so we'll see. Hi, I'm Sesujin. Think you good at Tekken? You're not. I actually was planning on making a video saying that Something to that effect. Again, going back to the everyone is bad at Tekken thing. The exact problem I do whenever I have a headache, people can see because the area underneath my eyes got darker. Ooh. That sounds like a blood flow problem, no? Huh. Alright, I'm doing the intro now. Ladies and gentlemen, Tekken's a hard game. When we look at high level... Well, hold on. Let me restart it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tekken's a hard game. And when we see a lot of the tournament level players, when we see people playing in tournament, a lot of people aspire to that. And it causes a situation where a lot of people get a little bit too invested and look at these high ranked tournament players as a little bit, put them more on a pedestal than they otherwise should be. To a point where some people have this notion, in fact, a lot of Tekken players have this notion that you can only be good at the game and you can only know things about the game and the character if you are one of these people that compete at tournaments. And that's just not true. I mean, for one, to be able to go to these tournaments and compete in the first place, you have to have a lot of money to be able to travel. You have to have a ton of money to be able to actually go out to these tournaments. And because of that, a lot of players from certain regions, you especially notice this in Japan, will go to like Evo Japan or something and do really well there and beat out a lot of the pros. You'll see go and place well at all of these other tournaments, but then not go to the other ones because of travel costs. We saw Gerlanda back in Tekken 7 win the last chance qualifier for TWT finals and then go on to do really well in the TWT finals, but you don't see him at any tournaments because he can't travel. He has a family, he has a job, and because of that, there's this really ridiculous notion that a lot of Tekken players have that you can only be, again, good and knowledgeable if you go to tournaments, which is stupid. To put it mildly, in very few words, it's stupid, and anyone that is thinking that way is an idiot. And you know, you'll see this from more intermediate level players, higher level players, even people that compete will say this and have these thoughts, and it's ridiculous, you know. And so one of the things I want to show you today is one of those kind of players, someone who you don't see go to tournaments, you don't see compete, but at the same time is personally my favorite Lidia player, and in my opinion, one of the best Lidia players in the world, which is Jiken. I want to use this video and maybe some future videos to show off some of these really high level, really good players that can compete with the pros, and in a lot of ways it actually surpasses the pros in the game knowledge and character knowledge that you just don't see because for one reason or another they don't go the tournament. And I want to also bring the point home that just because you don't see players going to tournaments doesn't mean that they are worse players than the people that do. Most of the time, what it means is that they don't have the money to go to tournaments, and that's it. And you're also going to be seeing this with the opponent. We're going to be watching Jiken playing Lidia, and we're going to be seeing two Clive players playing against Lidia, who frankly know this matchup better than all of the pro players I've seen play against Lidia, including Austin Ash. So let's get into the game now. I'm gonna boot it up here real quick. In Tekken, there's no such thing as a good idea. Also true. And let's take a look at this. Jiken versus a Clive player. I still don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this, if I'm just gonna commentate over, if I'm going to do analysis or whatever. But let's get into it. So immediately starting the Clive, back 2 into Phoenix 1+2, going for the Wild Rising 3 afterwards. Nice down 2 counter hit into Heat Engager. Forward 2, just choosing the back off. Clive chooses the duck. Jiken going for the 3 here because he saw 2 things from this Clive, and this is one of the things that makes Jiken such a great Lidia player. 1, he saw that Clive ducked, but 2, and more importantly, he saw that Clive didn't contest after forward 2, instead opting for the fuzzy duck and choosing to play more passively, defensively, and so Jiken's using the 3 because he sees that as being something safe that he can do afterwards. Now we're starting to get a little bit more poking, tries attacking into that, ends up getting hit. Plus frames just trying the sidestep to get around the frame trap or something. Nice run up sidestep on the toe kick. That's going to allow Jiken to be able to get a stack. Run in forward 4-2, gets counter hit. What are we going to do here? Dash, and then this is a brilliant sequence. We run in here, forward 4-2 counter hit to beat the Clive waking up. Get the +6. We dash in to delay the timing of Clive tries to do parry or sidestep in particular, and then go for Red Poppy full charge into nothing, because again, if we do any of the mids, Clive can do the power crush or the parry. So instead we cancel the stance to try beating that out and then go for a safe fast mid. It's brilliant stuff, and it makes so much sense as well with Clive also being in rage. There's the sidestep, goes for the 4, and you can see the Clive ends up doing the parry, but because he's been fuzzy ducking and he's been so passive, the 4 ends up working. Now, going into the next round here, nice step from the Clive, 1+2. From crouch mix, down 1+2 here. Again, just trying to delay that timing to try getting that counter hit off. No sidestep on that third hit, but that's all right. Forward 4-2, again, fishing for the counter hit. 1+2 that time. Nice punish, run up, back 1. That's the heat engager we need. Forward 4-2, going into here. Delays the 2 a bit, again, trying to play around that. The parry. And then just trying to mix up the timing so it doesn't fall for anything. And then like this again, brilliant. So what Jiken's been doing this entire time where he's been dancing around Dalbit here is trying to set for this opportunity to get stack number 3, manually going in the cat when he knows that Clive isn't going to hit a button to be able to get that stack, and then going for the unblockable when he sees Clive sidestep. The Clive gets a nice sidestep in the down 4-2 though, and that's going to be able to give him the round, along with building up a little bit of his meter. Jiken's so rad. I've been watching a ton of his matches lately. Jiken is my favorite Lidia player. Jiken's great. Hi, love. How's the stream? And what's the theme for today? Stream's going well. Theme for today is Tekken players are idiots. Restart the round here. So we're just playing a little bit of neutral. That ends up whiffing. Again, going for that back 1. And again, the timing is a really important component to this. Down 2 gets counter hit. Nice sidestep. Again, going for that down 2 again. Dash up in the back 1. Little bit of delay. Tries that while running 1. But the Clive, being very astute, recognizing this kind of situation, goes for the high crushing low. Down back 1 or up back 1 or whatever it is. Hits the sidestep. We go for the mid. No heat dash though. And look at how brilliant this is, man. 1+2, go in the stance, down forward 1 punch parry, and blue Spock on the punch parry. Just brilliant. Just unbelievable, the awareness and the matchup knowledge. How far you can get when you actually try learning these things instead of just complaining. From both players, too. Core circle forward 4 after it hits. And then the Clive recognizing from last round, Jiken used the 4 here to close out the round. So after this, just a casual block while rising 1-2 to finish off the round. Just brilliant. There's the down jab afterwards. Forward 4-2. Forward 4-2 again, going for the 2 that time. Nice punish on the Clive. Again, Clive not really doing anything to open himself up here, so Jiken's having a bit of a hard time getting there. Again, dash in the down back 3, delay the timing, and it pays off with the counter hit. Goes in the stance, cancels Heaven and Earth after he saw the Clive sidestep, knowing he's gonna play passive, and then punishes the sidestep with Heat Smash after canceling Heaven and Earth. It's brilliant. He's unbelievable. There's the duck on the down forward 1-2. Unfortunately, doesn't get the best punish, but again, the down 2 is going to close out the round, and then we're going to go to final round here. Playing so well right now. Both of them are. Again, delay timing to try catching that out with that counter hit. There's the 1+2 there. The Clive's doing really well at playing passively, and they're that same situation. We instead do step guard here to be able to avoid the down back 1. Down forward 2, catches sidestep left because he's been sidestepping wrong. Tries the back 1 for the wake up, but he doesn't wake up. He's being, again, very patient. The forward 2-4 there. Again, trying to get the Oki. Interrupt with while rising 4 into the heat. Down 4-1, trying to catch sidestep. Just trying to play it cool. The combo ends up dropping. Again, sidestep left from the Clive, but it works out that time. Heat smash is out in neutral. It works. There's the unblockable. Forward 2, and that's going to close it out. Great stuff. So that was game number 1. How do you blue spot the parry? It's a 2-frame window where you have to hit 2 at the right time. I've been jump scared by high-level Tekken. Boo! So now we're going to move on. And this Clive player, or one of them, ended up one and dunning. So now we're going to move on to the next Clive that G-Ken played against. And G-Ken ended up playing 2 sets against this guy. And this guy also knows the matchup very well. And again, these players, you aren't playing in tournament. These players aren't going to EVO. These players aren't topping at EVO. But the amount of skill that both players are showing is palpable. It's crazy just how strong these players are, both with their character and also just in their matchup knowledge. They rival the pros. They rival the people that get to top 8 in these tournaments. And they don't go to tournaments. You don't need to go to tournaments to be able to be skilled at the game or to be knowledgeable in the game. More knowledgeable than the pro players. And that's, again, a lot of the point of this. So going into game number 2 here, unfortunately, I don't speak Korean. But again, you see that sidestep in the down 2. Those plus frames cancel. Like, again, this is brilliant. We do the counter hit low. We do red poppy here, +8, but what can Clive do here to beat you if you go in the Heaven and Earth? You can grab. You can grab Lidia out of this. So what does G-Ken do? Instead of wasting the heat, instead of wasting the round and the damage he would take from getting grabbed, just casually cancel stance. Don't take the plus strings. Don't mix them up. Instead, we're going to sidestep down forward 2. Clive tries going for down forward 2 to try catching out like the 1 or the 1+2 or something. And now G-Ken's opportunity to strike. There's 4-2-4. Go in the stance. Excellent sidewalk from the Clive to be able to avoid Cat 4. And now he's sidestepping the down forward 2 as well. Now he gets that opportunity. But the Clive player actually understands the counterplay to Lidia. And this is what I keep saying. When you saw a Teef play against Arslan, when you saw Arslan play against Farzine, when playing against the Lidia, the pros were not doing this. The pros have no knowledge of this matchup collectively, but you got these random GOD ones in Korea and Japan, and they know more than I'm seeing in major tournaments when these pros are playing against Lidia. You can learn a lot from people even if they do not play in tournaments, and this is a testament to that. Clive's getting a lot of damage here, and the quarter circle forward 1 cancel into Phoenix 4 gives him the round, and all of that came from just his knowledge that, hey, if she goes into Heaven and Earth, if I sidestep right, that avoids the 2. So now it's G-Ken's turn to strike back here. Going for the heat string, down back 4. There's the parry that we've been waiting for from Clive. So dangerous to deal with Lidia. About to run out of feet. Step guard to try putting Clive back in the corner here. Core circle forward 1 pulls him in. There's the 1-2 trying the wall splat. Good sidestep, a good block as well. Try sidestepping after the 1+2, but to no avail. And Clive now is on match point. How is G-Ken going to respond? Again, that down back 3, so good about placing those counters. While running 2 to realign with sidestep, going for the 2. Again, trying to use that running to realign. The forward 3 from Clive works, and then the sidestep again into down forward 2. No, this is very far distance. And again, this is just, look at this. So G-Ken from this distance recognizes how much heat that he has left and says, I need to get my 3rd stack. So what does G-Ken do on waking up? Sees that the opponent is on the other side of the screen, says if they run up and hit a button, I can Heaven and Earth and then parry it. So chooses to go Heaven and Earth and hits up to try, or goes into cat stance, tries hitting up to go Heaven and Earth. The Clive player recognizes that immediately and says, I'm going to do 2-1 immediately because he knows that G-Ken isn't going to be able to block, and then wall splats. Denying not only the Heaven and Earth, but also the Heaven and Earth stack, and then full comboing. And now G-Ken has no heat left to be able to recover the gray health. down back 3, and then 4 has the timing to be able to beat out parry, so that's guaranteed. Back 1, and then the patience of a saint. I don't know what this combo is, but the hot kick punish, rage art, ends the round. Completely ends it. Out of nowhere. And so people have been asking me, and I've been hearing people say that, like, Farzi knows Lidia better than anyone else. You're telling me that G-Ken right now is playing Lidia worse than Farzi. You're telling me that G-Ken is playing Lidia worse than Arslan Ash. If you think that, then you do not understand the game. Like, there's just nothing else to say at that point. Like, if you are looking at the way that G-Ken is playing Lidia, and you think that Farzine's Lidia is better, then I'm sorry, but you're bad. Or you're dumb. Like, it's one of the two. And it's the same with the Clive as well. You're seeing how well this Clive knows the matchup and how well he's able to deal with Lidia's stuff to a point where G-Ken can't just go in the stance and then 50-50. So they're both having to slow it down and play more patiently and playing around each other and interact with each other because of how good the Clive is as well. And if you're telling me that Arslan knows this matchup better than the Clive player does, again, you're either bad at the game and can't tell what's actually going on the screen, or you're dumb. Like, there's no other way to explain it. It's like what they're doing right now is incredible, and it really shows just how important like actual character knowledge and matchup knowledge is, rather than how much you go to tournaments because you're sponsored or you're rich and you can afford to. And this is a great example of that. You know, minus 12 here, and what does the Clive do? The Clive is like, he's gonna go into Heaven and Earth, but I don't want to risk just like grabbing and then him getting it broken because he's canceled the sets before. So instead he waits, and then when he goes into Heaven and Earth here, down forward 1 punish, because G-Ken goes into Heaven and Earth and then tries canceling the stance. But Clive waited for the exact timing in between going into Heaven and Earth and then canceling the stance to down forward 1 and punish the stance. If G-Ken had stayed in stance, obviously G-Ken would have parried it, but the Clive is aware enough of the matchup to be able to know the exact timing when he goes in the Heaven and Earth and then down forward 1. And this isn't a mistake. This is 100% intentional, because I've played against players that know the matchup well enough to be able to do this consistently. This is 100% Clive actually understanding and knowing the matchup. And again, this is ranked. This isn't just two players that know each other very well and have played against each other a ton. This Clive just knows the matchup. And to an impressive degree. So G-Ken ended up losing that. Let's now go to the next game and see how G-Ken brings it back. I think that's Doma, right? The Korean King player. I don't know. I can't read Korean. But considering they have Armor King as the little banner, probably. So let's continue. Core circle forward 4, and then again the parry on the 3. There's the block though. The Clive has been doing that so much. G-Ken was ready for it, got the punish. There's 2-2, threatening Heaven and Earth every step of the way. But again, after what Clive just did to be able to interrupt Heaven and Earth in that last situation, G-Ken's just like, I'm gonna go counter hit. I'm gonna go counter hit. I'm gonna avoid the parry. There's the 4. What do we do next? Core circle forward 4. And instead of doing the 2 to go in the stance, instead we go 1 mental frames, Heaven and Earth, and then we sneak the unblockable in. Because if we just did 2 and then telegraphed our Heaven and Earth response, you know what Clive can do? If you have the read, he could duck, he could parry. But when you do the 1 against the parry that's experienced like this, they're gonna be focusing more on the low or the mid, because you just did the low or the mid. So instead what we do is we do horse 1 here after this, which is guaranteed, and then instead of going for the mid or the low, even though we're plus 16 so we go Heaven and Earth, because they're not expecting it. And that's how we sneak in the unblockable, because look, he tried fuzzy ducking for the low and the mid. He tried fuzzy ducking here for Wolf 4 and for Wolf 1. And so G-Ken sneaking in Heaven and Earth beats the fuzzy duck. It's crazy. Like, it's so it's so impressive how these two play. The interaction that's going on, like this is why I love playing Lidia, because the interaction that's going on between these two players is so impressive. It's crazy. And then again, there's another sidestep 2-1 going in the stance. Like the awareness to be able to block that low there is insane. Trying to fish out that back one. Nice catch on the sidestep with down forward 2. There's a big block and a punish while running one half in earth. And the Clive actually, if you don't know, if right here G-Ken did 2, he sidesteps it and launches you. You see? And G-Ken knows that. He knows that this Clive is smart enough to know that after while running one, you can sidestep this and then launch the 2. So it goes for the unblockable because it tracks. And I'm gonna ask again, when you see pro players playing against Lidia, do you see them doing this? No, they just complain. Like all of those people that complain about Lidia on Twitter, all of them, whether it's Ash, whether it's Super Akuma, like all of do you see them doing any of this? No, you don't. You don't. You don't, because they don't know the matchup that well. Even though they claim to get Lidia the GOD, so they know everything. They don't know anything. This is what it looks like to actually know the matchup and know the character and put in the time. And you can see the results. You can, like, look, that was a step block to beat the 1 and the 2. And then we get the punish off of it. So now we're at the wall. There's the down 1. There's the down 1. Nice block on that. We're going to get full combo here. And then because we have 3 stacks, this is going to convert to the wall. Back 1 on wake up, and that's going to do it. He gets around. There's the sidestep 1-2 again. There's the plus frames going for the mid. Ends up working out. Forward 2 realigns to the sidestep. Again, the Clive not waking up at the down 2 after while rising 4 for the counter hit. And then again, even though we're minus 12 here, the Clive, and this is a gap in the armor. Because what the Clive can do here to punish this, true punish, is down jab. However you do that with Clive. Yeah, down jab. That's a true punish. If they go into heaven and earth, it's a punish. If they do anything out of stance, it's a punish. If they don't do anything, it's a punish because it's minus 12. So this is a chip in the Clive's armor. And this is something that just shows that, you know, people are human and not gonna know everything, even if they're really astute at the matchup. But you can clearly tell when someone knows the matchup very well like this and when they don't. And G-Ken takes advantage of this, even though minus 12, going for the 4. And now the Clive woke up that time, gets hit by the back 1 while running 2. And again, the step guard, G-Ken being very cautious, and the 2-3-1, instead of going in the heaven and earth to catch out the counterplay to heaven and earth, gets the counter hit, and then that takes the round. Beats out the parry with the horse 3 timing while running 1. This time Clive doesn't sidestep. He's just trying to play it a little bit more cautiously because the wall's right there. So the thing is, and there's a reason for this. This isn't just like he forgot. The reason why is because if you sidestep here, if you sidestep to the right and you get hit by the unblockable again, guess what happens? Your back is now to the wall after getting hit by having earth 1+2, which means Lidia actually has Oki. Now she has Oki between down 1+2 or back 1, and then it wall splats. That's why he doesn't sidestep right here. So he chooses to just take this, trying to sidestep, not leave himself open, tries to forward 3, that doesn't quite work. Side turn on the wall though, gets caught sidestepping, and then forward 3. No, that's not what you want to do in that situation. Clive doesn't quite get the right punish though. That's a lot of health that's being drained. And doesn't quite get the punish there, but it's enough and he's gonna take the game. Okay. I need a little bit of a break. My head's killing me. Kimoyashi G-Ken versus Kagemaru, a high-level Japanese Athena player. It was interesting to see the matchup. Maybe next time, but I can't. Honestly, my head's really starting to hurt as I keep talking. So I'm gonna have to end this quick. I feel like I know the Lidia matchup better than a lot of people, but I don't want to be pompous. I didn't either, but with how people are acting high and mighty and entitled and superior and like a know-it-all recently. I don't care anymore, man. Just for me personally. Unblockable tracking and heat for 45 damage, cringe. Kazuya house sleep tracking and heat for 45 damage and Oki and floor break. Pure fundies. Yeah. Ugh. You'd say, you know it well, you fought me and 2 other actually strong Lidia players. Ugh. Oh my god, sorry, my head is actually killing me. My face is killing me too. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, of course. Ugh. Sorry, I need to take a break because I'm legitimately in pain. But I want to finish this. I want to get through it. When I close and open my eyes, my vision's blurry. That's probably a bad sign. Good shit, dude. Go take care of yourself. I'm gonna power through this and get done with it, but then yeah, I'm gonna end stream because I'm legitimately not feeling great. Feel better. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next game here. Yeah, it's like I don't know what it is, but like my jaw and my mouth is sore. That's what's really annoying right now. But again, we'll get through these games, and I'll wrap it up. So now we're gonna get on to game number 3 between these 2 players, and see how it all comes together. As soon as it loads, there it is. And once again, G-Ken on the promo. Is he going to be able to get it this time? There's the down forward 2 counter hit. Already starting out strong. Tries to go for down 2, maybe to beat out like Power Crush or something. Not 100% sure. There's a big trade between the 2. Again, just waiting it out. The patience is unparalleled. And then he actually does the tech that I talked about in my last video. Micro dash in the horse. That allows for a free heaven and earth transition. And then hits him with the unblockable on wake up. Great stuff. And then instead of running up and doing like wild running 1 or forward 2, recognizing that the Clive is paying patiently and just manual horse into 3. The layers to the adaptation and adjustment right now is crazy. And then again, just going in the horse, doing 1+2, while rising 4 out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, Clive's on 1 HP. Power Crush, unfortunately, doesn't end up working there. +4 into the low. G-Ken's running out of HP very quickly too now. Runs in, doesn't duck under the high. What's he gonna do? Gets hit by the snake edge, and he comes out of nowhere with 1 HP. The 1 HP comeback out of this world. There's the back 1, getting down forward 2. Big block on the low. Back 1, getting down forward 3. That duck on that high was just incredible. Unfortunately, drops the combo before it could get to the wall. But what amazing defense. This is down forward 1 again, and then sidestep in the heat smash. The perfect punish to kill and get stack number 2. This is why I love G-Ken's Lidia, because not only is she so good at the character and has clearly put a lot of time into her, but also just actually tries achieving the character skill ceiling, focusing on the stack system, using the timing and the counter hits. It's all just so brilliant to see. Back 1 and then block the soil and stone. Duck, the hard duck on back 2, going all the way to the wall. Doesn't quite get it, but again, the unblockable to track the sidewalk to the left. Sidestep, unfortunately, it realigns. Down jab gets you out, but it's not quite going to convert. Failing a little bit here. The from crouch low, goes in the stance, does the house sweep, and G-Ken again grasping defeat from the jaws of victory. The pressure's definitely on because of the promo, that's for sure. Again, going for that into micro dash horse. Back 1. Nice sidestep 2 there, while rising 4. And you know, it's crazy as well because I've said before in the past, it feels like G-Ken plays like exactly the same as I do. Like more so than any other Lidia player at the very least. That 4-2-4 into micro dash horse is something I came up with like a month or 2 ago. And G-Ken is just out here using it as well. It's so interesting. Going for the Wild Rising 3. Sidestep on that. And then that's going to wall splat. Is Clive going to be able to close out here with the heat dash? No, the combo drops. 1-2-2. Gets the counter hit there. We got the forward, 3. Wall splat. The awareness, knowing the sidewall out of range. No down jab into low. So much Trey help recover, but while Rising 3, the Clive ended up winning this set. G-Ken did not promote back to GOD2. G-Ken tends to go between GOD1 and GOD2. But they both play an amazing game. I think it's... You can't discount both players' skill. The Clive player played the matchup extremely well. G-Ken obviously played Lidia so good, the adaptation, but just at the end, there are a couple of really big mistakes. Costed G-Ken the promo. But then immediately after, they met again in ranked. And the story here is much different than what it was game one. They both put up a good fight. They were both really close. The Clive ended up edging it out in the end. But now they're going to meet again immediately after that last game on Lidia's stage. And things are going to take a big 180. I want to grind rank 2, but my region is so cooked. Yeah, right. It's and then the matchmaking times as well. Oops, sorry. Restart here. All right, so me again, down 4-2 counter hit. Round start, it's working out really well. Immediately just spending the heat to get that stack. No funny business, no like while running one cancels, no mind games, just immediate stack. The Clive is gonna end up getting full combo here. Drops into back turn, goes for the 1 for the mix up. It doesn't hit. Big sidestep on down 1. You never see that. The Clive down jabbing at -5, but it ends up working out. G-Ken going for something that loses to it. Forward 4-2 tries the wall running to realign, but probably something with the wall just caused it to end up not hitting all the way to the wall now. Now what's the Oki going to be? Kip up, down 4-1, down 4-1, down 4-1, 3 counter hit, natural. G-Ken got the round out of nothing with no heat as well. Sidestep 1-2-2 to be able to interrupt the second hit. Not even knowing if the second hit was going to come out. And now again, we're playing a lot more patiently. We're not just throwing out those forward 4-2s. We're slowly working our way in so we don't end up getting counter hit by any of Clive's stuff. We don't end up getting launched by down 4-2 or forward 3 or any of these odd moves we saw the Clive using the previous game. Down 2 is going to end up counter hitting. And again, like, look how brilliant this is. Forward 4-2, wait. Clive does down 4-2 to try presumably beating like the 3 or something. And boom. Wall splat. Doesn't quite convert off it, but +8. Delayed heavy Earth there, the beat out if he tries interrupting with down forward 1 or something. And then again, delayed heavy Earth 2, trying to be out Fuzzy Ducker, seeing if he's gonna hard duck, or just trying to change up the timing. It doesn't work here because the Clive is being very patient, but it's the right idea. Wake up, block the low. All of a sudden, G-Ken 3 stacks up 2 rounds. And now we're going for a little bit of a low. Down back 3, goes for the 4, goes for the 1 this time. Again, playing so many mental games, recognizing that Clive is playing patiently here, just goes for a single 4. And like, again, look how brilliant this is. Most Lidia players, because you hear, oh, Lidia Casino, down 4-2, and then you press a button. Here, G-Ken's like, nah, man. He's gonna do a high, cancels out of stance, ducks under, back 2, and doesn't quite get the punish. He tried doing while rising 1-2 and ended up with the 1 frame, not quite getting it, but still, it's just so smart. It's so well played. Look, again, down 4-2. Look, down 4-2 in the stance and not doing anything in stance, because when you're playing against someone who's actually good at the game, Lidia isn't a casino character. Tries ducking again for a high, gets it wrong, but still the right idea. And now, because we've seen Clive do this twice, now we start getting ideas where we can do down 4-2 in the cat 3 and the cat 2-3-1, because now we've put it in this Clive's head that after down 4-2, we're just gonna block. We're just gonna defend, and then that's going to open up our other options. So it's not just like being passive and being defensive, but it's also opening up our ability to be able to do our things. Goes for the 1 because the Clive's been sidestepping a lot. It doesn't work. And then just, you know, from crouch down forward to heat dash because it's a 12 frame move. And if it gets blocked, like it's plus frames, he's low on health. If it hits, then he's on 7 HP. Backs up away from that. That's the opportunity to be able to go and tries going for the low. Clive very good at ducking. Not really going for anything because we've seen the down back 4. We've seen the mids. It's kind of hard to gauge what he's going to do. Goes house sweep, house sweep. That time goes from crouch and then does the mid. Core circle forward 1. Hits airborne and is able to close out the round. He ends up getting it. Back 1 gets sidestepped. There's the down back 3 into 4. And then we fully charge it to try getting around potentially a parry. And then there's the neutral coming out. Big red poppy. Clive tries grabbing, but again, like G-Ken is so astute here, right? So Clive tries grabbing here because if we go in the heaven and earth here, oops, sorry. Like that, like we did before, then grab is a punish, right? And because we're minus 12, we can't duck under it either. But what G-Ken does, again, no casino, no 50-50. G-Ken just canceled out stance and then broke the grab. No big deal. Unfortunately, late on that punish. Clive was late on the punish too. They were both being late. And then the recognition from the Clive. Ducks under the 1+2 because G-Ken's been doing that a lot in neutral when he's been going in the heaven and earth in neutral. And then ducks out, like again, sidestep to try baiting out the 1+2 because he's been doing that, ducks under it, and then boom, full launcher. Again, against someone who is competent in the matchup, you cannot just do casino. You can't. And then Clive gets a really good punish here. It doesn't wall splat. I imagine he thought wall splat. I kind of did too. And then the rage out to be able to punish the Phoenix shift, and then that's how G-Ken ends up winning this game 1. If anything, G-Ken plays like I do. Ugh. All right, I need to take another break because my head's killing me, but we got one more game. 1 hour plus wait for rank matches at GOD. Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible. Hey, Neko. Has been no hotel son or gotcha life daughter. Neither. I'm okay with neither. The economy does not support having children. Oh. Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring us into our last game for this series with G-Ken playing against this Clive. And because it's the last game, I'm sure you can already read between the lines. G-Ken ends up winning this. So going into our last game here, G-Ken once again on his promo for the 3rd time, blocks the low, down 2 after the heat engager, down jab doesn't get beat out, but still whiffs. There's the 2-2 punish, going for the 4 into the 4. Core circle forward, 4 beat sidestep, doing the 2 to go into heaven, or just immediately doing the 2. The Clive doesn't do the parry. Back 1 beats heat burst because he pressed back for some reason. While rising 1 beats out the Phoenix shift from neutral, beating out that far range stance transition now, something he wasn't really doing before. There's the back 1, again dashing in, just trying to keep it safe. Good sidestep right from the Clive there. Core circle forward 4 after the Phoenix shift 4, trying to catch this Clive being defensive or sidestepping, doesn't work. There's the core circle forward 4 again going for the mid, ends up getting punished. Just trying to play out the neutral play around the Phoenix shift. 1+2 is going down to doing really well. And again, we hit that forward 2 in a way where we delay it specifically so that we can track sidestep while also fishing for that counter hit. Goes for the 3, ends up not working. Clive looking really good in this round. And then the 1+2 ends up getting out G-Ken. Going in the round number 3. Down 2 again, counter hits. Going in the heat. Forward 2. There's the 4. And then we go for the mid this time instead of the low because we've constantly been going for the low. Also avoiding out the possibility for us getting knocked out of heaven and earth. Again, a lot of lows being traded now. not most, pokes. Gets that second stack out of Heaven and finally finds the weave, even if it was a little bit obvious. Like, one important thing is that the Clive hasn't really been grabbing Lidia out of Heaven and Earth, so that's an important point. And then hop kicks out of the Phoenix shift after the down forward 1 series, just letting on the pressure while running 1 hits. You can't sidestep that with that timing. And G-Ken is now on his promo game. He's looking so much more confident than he was 2 games ago, playing against the same Clive when he ended up losing it. There's a down forward 2 again, ends up getting punished. Down back 3, going into the 4, goes to the low again. Core circle forward 4, at the wall, the awareness at the wall splat. Tries jabbing into the wall, gets that 3rd stack, down 1+2, at the wall, dashes up in the heat smash, preventing the Clive from being able to use the rest of his heat, and then the unblockable, the delayed unblockable to beat the fuzzy duck that Clive had just been doing. Ends up doing it to get G-Ken back to GOD2. What a game. What a series of games. And that's it. That's going to do it. That's G-Ken's Lidia. G-Ken, again, is probably my favorite Lidia player. He's a very skilled player. The way he plays is fantastic. And again, I want this to be a video that really tells you that just because you don't see someone at like top 8 at EVO or whatever means that they know less about a character or about a matchup than someone who does. I mean, very clearly, again, if you have eyes and you understand how this game works at even a basic level, G-Ken's Lidia is better than Austin Ash's, and it's better than Farsi's. Far and away, it's not even close. And also from the Clive player that we saw, the first one and this one, the matchup knowledge that he has and the adaptation to what Lidia is doing is far and away better than Austin Ash. So yes, even though Austin Ash has won multiple EVOs and he's very skilled at the game, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's better in these scenarios than other players who can't afford to go to tournaments or aren't sponsored and can't go to tournaments. And I think it's really important to highlight that it's not just being pro that makes you good at Tekken. Just because you are someone, or you aren't someone that can't afford to go to these tournaments doesn't mean that you're bad. And a bunch of players highlight this. A lot of the players from Japan that you see playing in Japan but not at other international tournaments. You see this from players like Gerlanda, who qualified for LCQ despite not going to really any tournaments. And you see this from players like G-Ken. And I hope this video was a good demonstration of that and you enjoyed the matches. Hey, also, if you want to see more stuff like this, please let me know. I'm happy to do more of this. This is something I'm trying out. I don't know how this is going to go, how people are going to feel about this, but I'm trying to lean in more towards talking about and commentating higher level matches as well. So if this is something you like, please let me know. I'd appreciate it a lot. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day and take care. Bye-bye. All right, I'm done. Oh, man. Was that coherent? I feel like I was very incoherent because in my head, hi, CC. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Oh, my God, man. Oof. Sorry, I need a second. Was I at least coherent during that? Was I okay? Because, Jesus Christ, my head is killing me. I feel like I can barely form a thought. Today was a day I crashed out. It's becoming more and more common as the days go, unfortunately. Amazing games. I'm glad that you liked them. I thought they were really good. That's why I wanted to show them. Can you please coach me? I don't do coaching right now, man. It takes way too much out of me. I don't do coaching right now. Sometime in the future, maybe. But I'm not even doing public coaching right now. Coherent enough, maybe a little circuitous, but frankly, nobody is concise anymore. Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like I was talking in circles, but I felt like I just couldn't get a coherent thought out. So, I don't know. Maybe when I edit it, I'll edit it down or something, but holy shit, my head's fucking killing me. I'm being an asshole like always. You sound a bit like you had a time limit despite not having one, but otherwise your point was beyond clear. Well, and I did. I did have it because it's my head. Like, I was rushing through it because my head's fucking killing me. It hurts so bad. Jesus Christ. So I wanted to get through this as fast as possible. I wasn't like stopping in the middle to be able to continue my thought, and I was just letting it go because I wasn't gonna be able to last another 10 minutes. Oh my god. Get some rest. Worst comes to worst, you can put that shirt on again tomorrow and record it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can always re-record it. Hi, Zach. You're welcome back. What happened? My head is fucking killing me. I just all of a sudden, like an hour ago, got a really bad headache, and I can't keep going. I need to end stream. I'm sorry. Sleep well, no recycle. Okay, don't stop. Ugh. All right. Thank you all for coming by today. I'm gonna end stream. Sorry it was a little bit early, but yeah, I can't keep going. My head's killing me. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream today. Again, appreciate you all coming by. My RAM is gonna be coming on Friday. Sorry, I need to keep my eyes closed because I can't open them right now. My head hurts that much. I'm actually just gonna turn my lights off. I need to. I have to. I know that there's no light while I'm ending stream. I'm sorry, but like I actually have to turn off my lights. I can't have the bright light shining in my face right now. I'll turn up the exposure and gain and everything so you can see me a little bit, but there we go. Oh wait, I actually can't do that because it kills the FPS. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, that should work. But yeah, thank you all for coming by today. Sorry, again, I can barely talk. I'll be back on Friday rebuilding my PC. That's gonna be the stream. It's not gonna be on YouTube. Normal stream is gonna be hopefully on Saturday, as long as the PC rebuild goes fine and nothing breaks or anything, and the computer boots and everything works, and it should. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, but as long as everything works, I'll be back on Saturday. We'll be doing viewer games. It'll be all good. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Take care, everyone. Again, thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you. Jesus Christ, I'll see you on Friday or Saturday. Yeah, bye everyone. Bye love. Bye Conradify. Bye Lissetto. Bye Crimson. Bye Gilbot. Bye Nikita. Bye Zachiel. Bye Shomini. Bye Phoenix. Bye CC. Bye Uchiha. Bye everyone. Bye LG. Bye everyone. I don't see him. Bye everyone lurking. Bye. Appreciate all the nice words too, everyone. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Don't tell me bye. I ain't leaving. Okay, well, that's your problem, not mine. I'm leaving, so I'm saying bye. Bye.